We finished the tier 1 adventure. And now we pick up where we left off last time, where you guys, Aerithia was just approached by some of the followers of Perforos and gifted with an owl figure, a Anvil Raptor owl, who's commonly used for sending messages back and forth between cities, but only ever created by, Perforos and his followers. So it's a very good honor to have one. So you guys are there in the Agora, you're in that big space where we've seen the map before. On the northwestern side of the Agora, you have the stage. The west and the north and the south have streets going through it. In the middle, there's the big kind of fountain, where in the center, there's lots of food and steps leading up into the middle of the fountain where you can go and get that food. And people are bringing and taking feasts to partake in. In the northeast corner, you can hear the sound of the blacksmith and the smoke billowing. The southwest of the Agora, there's little chapels kind of around. There's also libraries, stalls with vendors, such as the potion vendor who you've visited before. And there's just a general, happy vibe going on. Everyone's celebrating. It's a historic time in Miletus, This will go down and be passed throughout stories and history. And so there you guys are. As you're all, I'm assuming you're partaking in the breakfast brunch festivities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so while you guys are doing that, the familiar face of Randy, you see, is also partaking. You can kind of see him kind of just standing around the water, or the fountain in the middle, kind of just looking around by himself. And he seems to just be, eating whatever he finds.
What's up, Randy, my dude, my guy?
Is that what you say? You go over to him?
Yeah.
All right. Randy turns as he hears you go, "Hey, Randy, my guy. What's up, boy?" And he turns and he goes, "Oh, there you are. How's it going?"
It's eaten. Yeah.
And they're throwing this for us, right? For all of the help we did.
I'd say it's probably mostly for Aerithia, but yeah. I think we take a little bit of it too.
Oh yeah, he's like takes a bite out of an apple and he keeps going. So you hear from Antigonos and Clara before they headed out?
No.
Oh, well, they decided to head out this morning. Seems like they've got business back in Akros. Clara's heading back with her captain who came back on the ship. And they're also taking the Pegasus with them back to Akros. And then, well, I don't know if they know this, but Antigonos looked like he was falling behind. So, who knows what's going to happen there?
Why don't you come with me and let's relay this information to Aerithia and the others.
Oh, yeah. All right. So you go over to the group, and he tells you guys about Clara and Antigonos heading out.
He always was hot-headed.
I don't know. He didn't seem too angry about the whole situation. Clara said she was going to be going and recruiting more people. Maybe he wants to make sure she's recruiting the right people. Ones who will treat their enemy with respect.
Possibly.
But who's to say?
Yeah.
If he's looking for a fight, I'm sure he'll find one there. Let's just hope he doesn't get too into himself.
I come in and it's obvious that I'm a little bit drunk already. And I'm like, I'm sure he'll be fine. He can hold his own weight.
I agree. He is a tough one. Maybe he'll get even stronger while he's over there. He did seem to be younger as the days went on. It was strange. The color in his hair kept coming back.
I put my arm around him and I go, the throne this party for us.
He like looks as you like put your arm around him. He sees red in your hand, and he's like, "Oh no, not again!" Just shaking.
And then and then it finally clicks in my head, and I'm like, he grew younger, like Fountain of Youth type shit.
Well, yeah, you guys saw the guy. He had like black and gray hairs when we first came into town. Met him that one night. I think
They're
you,
really cool.
Bard, you and Antigonos were both getting drunk at the bar while I was playing some card games.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah,
red
we probably did.
mullet now.
His hair's red. He dyed it.
He has a red mullet, yeah.
Yeah, well, he ended up taking his share of the fighting, I guess. I hope we didn't take too much from you.
If you did, we can just take it back.
He laughs nervously.
I don't laugh.
All right, well, I'll be heading out today too on my ship if you want to come see me off. I'm heading back to the edge of the world to go back to our temple and relay the information to Crewfix about what happened with Varius.
Oh, right. You're supposed to be taking Varius back?
Yeah, he kind of like scratches his head. It's not the greatest news, but I have to be back there on time or else I'll get yelled at.
Hmm.
Hey, what's at the edge of the world?
Crewfix?
Is it nice?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. No, this is important. Does this campaign subscribe to the flat Earth theory?
I mean, campaign. Flat Earth. What
This
are
is
you
the
talking
plane
about?
theory.
Make a religion check.
Oh my god.
I've had some red, so I'm better at it.
I
Trust
like that the curvature of the Earth is religion and not history.
Oh god.
It's religion or
Do I have
history.
advantage on this or not?
No.
Yeah, so that's a 7.
7?
Wait a
There-
sec. I have piety. Hang on.
I have piety.
Nah, it's a saving throw. Never mind.
I have a key.
You've heard children's tales of people falling off the edge of the world.
I guess I am pretty young.
You also lived in the ocean, which is presumably where, the edge of the world might be, where the sea falls off.
Yeah. Fair. I was gonna be quiet, thinking about this in my head.
But, you might not get to see it someday. You have to get permission from both Thassa and Crewfix if you ever want to make a visit.
Where did you say, oh god, what's his name? I forgot the guy's name.
Varius?
The guy
King?
who's growing younger.
Antigonos?
Antigonos?
The Minotaur?
Antigonos. Where did you say Antigonos was going?
Akros. He's heading up north.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna keep that.
Are you looking at the map?
I will remember this.
In the resources on Discord, I also have maps now for you guys to look at.
Ooh, sweet.
There's the actual map from the book, which is the top one. And then the bottom one is someone actually added kind of topography stuff to it.
Ooh. Fan art?
Map fan art? But yeah, so you got that stuff there. And Randy goes back to eating. So that's what the three of us are gonna be up to, I guess. What are you four thinking? Or 5? He looks over to Snail, who's obviously there as well.
Snail's always
Chillin'.
there.
I turned to my party
Vibing?
and, I'm kind of slow in my speech. I was like, I kind of want to see this Fountain of Youth shit.
Well, if you're
Living
gonna...
forever sounds great.
if you want to find the Fountain of Youth, you'll have to find Antigonos first. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, if you're heading north, be careful. You know, the fairies band centaurs roam around through there. They don't take kindly to many people just trudging through their area.
Ah, fuck them.
Yeah,
But it's up to my party. I don't know what you guys want to do.
because I think
I-
Liz or Bard is a Lagona band centaur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Centaur.
centaur,
Centaur.
centaur,
Centaur.
centaur.
I just want to find the more temples, but I'm willing to do that along the way. Should there be some along the way? So like
Oh yeah, that whole underwater thing. That was Keranos, right? Keranos.
not all of them are underwater though.
Really?
Yeah,
He seems like a wet kind of guy.
and he's he's the god of the storms.
Yeah, that's half wet, half lightning.
So it would make sense then for some of them to be somewhere like where it's the other half that's more lightning.
True, true. I think up at the up in Akros near the mountains, that's where another one of his temples is, right?
Is that the dragon one? I remember something about a dragon one.
Yeah, I think that might be it. There's something about dragons living all around up in the mountains, especially near that volcano.
Mhm.
So be careful around there, you know. Not a lot of them are breathing lightning or fire. Neither's nice.
Mauricio, what sounds interesting to you? I know that like you're the protector of this place, but you've got to, I mean, what would make you feel okay to leave?
Well, while I am the protector of this city, it's pretty well defended with a Farah watching over it.
Yeah, the
What
boys
I
can
need
do
to
the
do-
cliff cha-cha slide.
True, the Cliff Cha-Cha slide is very powerful. What I need to do really is, I guess, make sure that the whole of already what we have civilized is being cultivated and used to its fullest, and then expand our reach so that we can prosper. I think I need to be out there on the edges of the wilderness. Pretty much everywhere. So,
You want to go on a mission trip?
You want to colonize.
Oof.
Not colonize, just redefine the boundaries. Redefine the borders.
we need to start a new age of burgeoning for the people of Theros.
Yeah, guys, do you think out of the 365 days in a year, we should just have like a purge night? You know, like that movie, The Purge?
Just like that movie, The Purge.
It's just in character. Some random guy's like, The Purge? Like, what? Yeah.
You know, that night when you just do whatever you want and kill people?
Yeah.
No, Ted,
murders...
do you just do that sometimes?
You guys just
That's not
do that?
real. That's not official. Do you do that?
Is this
Does that ever happen to you?
of guilt? Like, hang on. No, but I mean, that also sounds like, kind of along the lines of my stuff. Just kind of doing stuff along the way, honestly. I don't know. I feel like
I don't know, but it does sound pretty difficult. Is
What-
there any cities like on the way there? Or small towns, people?
on the way to where?
By
No.
boat?
Nowhere.
The one place. The
Akros?
one
Akros?
place. Yes, Akros.
Well, I thought, I mean, we can go that way, but I was gonna say, Bard, you wanted to go to the Fountain of Youth?
Yeah. To do that, we have to find the guy
Antigonus.
Thank you. Man, I am blanking today. Antigonus, who is heading to Akros.
Do we know that there's like a fountain of youth, or did Antigonus maybe just dye his hair?
I think the first person who said Fountain of Youth was Bard.
I was, but I said that because Randy said Antigonus's hair was slowly becoming ungray.
Yeah.
And Randy did say if I wanted to find it to talk to Antigonus, and he did not say, "You stupid, the Fountain of Youth doesn't exist."
Well,
Anything
Randy
can
is
exist.
nice to us, so you know.
Randy's like, sweetie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
Fountain
mean,
of youth.
first we could go like ask the Temple of Maladies about people getting younger. If there is like an immortal fountain thing, I think I'm contractually obligated to take Snail there.
Yeah.
That does sound
Why?
L-
for something.
I gotta pump this boy full of secrets, but the problem in that is that secrets are hard to find and I don't know where they are.
You
But
can't
I
just
gotta go
ask
find them.
someone where secrets are, because then it's not a secret.
Yeah, it can't work that way. I mean, I guess I'll also try at the temple while I'm there, but like, yeah.
Secrets are
Yeah,
something you
okay.
steal.
Ooh, do you want to know a secret?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I whisper this to May only. One of the ingredients to red is expired mead.
Don't we already know all the ingredients to red?
No. You only know 2 of the ingredients. Milk and power milk.
Milk, power milk, and now I know the third one.
Expired mead.
Wait, where's the
Yeah.
red come from?
The power
The
milk.
power.
Oh, that's right.
That's
the power milk.
Immediately, Snail grows 2 sizes too big.
Too big.
Wow, it's working already.
And would you guys want to like leave and go do stuff right away, or would you want to stay in town for a bit, or?
I think
I-
you're going to stay through the celebration at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we could like stay a week and make sure that the people remember my name so that way I can do a concert here again, that'd be like pretty progress.
Poggers.
Can we wait a week? Is that something we can do?
I'm okay with that.
I mean, we don't want Antigonos to get too far away.
Well, let's just ask him where he's going.
We could send like the owl thing after him. The anvil owl.
Oh, you mean the one that I'm now deciding to name Social Broadcast?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if we're gonna do that, let's just ask him. How is he getting younger?
I think it might have something to do with the fact that he's no longer following his god or holding on to that, the thing that he tried to suffocate Narethia in.
Yeah,
Fine.
could be.
That might do it.
I
Well,
just
we
want to
can
live forever. I
We
think it's gonna be the. What?
We can still ask.
No, it's fine. It's
I'm
whatever.
gonna ask with or without you, Bard.
Fine. Also, you guys like how Bard has a different voice actor this session?
Wait,
Who
what?
is it?
I don't know. It's just me going, fine.
I've been smoking and drinking a little too much since last time.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Okay.
Yeah,
Is
Randy.
there tobacco in this world?
Oh, what?
Is there tobacco in this world?
Maybe.
History check, go.
Is it just
I mean,
weed?
there's red in this world.
There's red.
There is red.
There's power milk.
Red.
Fermented and
What
expired.
happens if you vape red?
Oh.
You know,
how do I make red powder?
every single time
Cheeto
I
dust.
add an ingredient to red, it makes it even worse. First, we start off with fermented power milk, and then we add expired mead. Amazing.
Don't forget, though, we have to suck out the milk specifically from the power milk, and the red left over is the red.
Yep.
Mhm.
There's no milk in the power milk after it's ready. In the red.
Oh man, if only we had separation funnels in this universe. Oh well.
Science exists. You just gotta bring it.
Right.
Bring it.
Well, guys, I think.
Bard, how are you gonna perform if you have your throat hurts like that?
I'll just.
I'll drink more
I
red.
just. I drink some red. It'll help me out. Okay.
Randy looks back at you guys. He's like, well, whatever you end up doing, you know, maybe you should try checking out that Sphinx running around I hear about.
What?
There's the Sphinx, you know. He's the one that kind of hangs out around here from time to time.
Right.
No.
Oh yeah,
No,
the
what?
Sphinx that I know about.
Roll history,
Randy-
Orinthia, with advantage.
Randy Orton, the Sphinx. History with advantage.
It sounds like it would be common knowledge. Are you sure?
22.
22.
Yeah.
So you know, but have never seen, but you've heard of the Sphinx Medomai the Ageless, who
Medomai.
appears in Miletus during times of great importance and history.
Oh, so now would be the time.
Yeah,
That's-
I've been hearing some of the townsfolk say they see something flying around, but before they can get a good look, it's already gone.
Can you, Riley, say the name of that Sphinx again?
I'll type it into I'll type it into my Twitch chat. Medomai, comma the ageless, I believe. Medomai.
The ageless. And Antigonos was all like, not aging.
Ooh,
Medomai, the ageless
connections.
Sphinx, who appears during times of historical importance. And so if you're ever looking for information, you know, Sphinxes usually got the answer, but you gotta give them something. They don't work for free.
Like what?
People should not.
I don't know, maybe he'll ask you to slay a god.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Most of the time, what I've heard over on the coast, over by the islands, is lots of Sphinxes ask for information in exchange. But with Medomai, he knows pretty much everything that goes on around here.
But lots of us aren't from here. Ow.
Good point. Where are you from, huh?
Oh,
Water.
my mom was a snake.
Yeah, I like how neither of us gave really. What
Water, snake.
did I say?
See, we're mysterious. I think I could track down a sphinx.
I just don't want Randy getting all my information. That's not what I want. That's not
No,
me.
it's like the government. Are we hunting down a sphinx?
I mean, I don't know if hunting's the right word. Let's go looking for a sphinx.
We can track one.
I think we wanna hunt it. My voice is actually kind of. I want to stop doing that.
Yeah, that's.
Willis. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Well,
Oh,
if you're
do it, Ma. Got
if
it.
you're gonna start hunting after him, I'd suggest go talking to the blacksmith. He's the one over in the corner. I talked to him earlier. Seems like he either he saw it or someone else saw it and passed it along.
Did you say coroner or corner?
Corner of the Agora, the northeastern
Okay.
corner of the Agora.
Coroner of
There's
the
a
Agora.
blacksmith.
I was like, that's an odd place for him to be.
the Irish Leonin Iron Main clan member whose first name I don't remember.
You said people have seen this thing, like glimpses of it flying around?
Yeah. Jumping across rooftops, I suppose. But it does have those big ol' wings, I assume. Never really seen one myself, except for, descriptions and drawings.
That gives me an idea. Maybe while you guys are talking to that blacksmith guy, I could try to find somewhere high up and just try to keep lookout.
What are you gonna do if you find him?
Probably chase it.
No.
How do we find you once you start chasing it? Oh, it's okay, guys. I think
I guess I hadn't
May can
thought
deal
that
with the
far through.
Sphinx.
I mean, we're not like killing it, right?
No, but
Yeah,
if
that
you
makes things
chase
easier.
it might chase you
I mean, I'm pretty fast. I
faster
guess
than
I don't know how fast the Sphinx is.
I feel like.
Hey guys, I don't know if May would know what a Sphinx is. I'm just realizing.
Oh,
I
a Sphinx? It's those
yeah.
big old, like, they're like big old cats with wings. They've also got those faces, the human faces.
Well, we've killed most of that in a chimera, so like, I think we'll be good.
Oh, that shark thing. Ugh.
Yeah.
Do you think Marin would know anything about sphinxes?
You can roll for history to see what you just kind of know about sphinxes.
Wow, 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 wow. Just
At the very
tell me now.
at the very least, if I can't like, if I don't follow it, I could just see where it goes.
History says 14.
14. So living under the sea, you never had any
Under the
encounters with
sea.
any sphinxes, but you did know that there were islands around in the sea where many sphinxes took their homes. So you knew kind of the general, what they are.
So would I know that they are generally very smart and
You probably wouldn't know that about them, but you know that they have they have a lot of information from what it seems. They know a lot of things. So maybe they are smart. Maybe they're wise.
they used to I know there's some islands out in the ocean kind of where I live or lived that
My
they would
parents'
live
house.
there. That's about what I know.
Would any of us know anything about it?
You could roll to see if you know.
You said a history check?
Mm-hmm.
Can you make snail roll for it?
Because Arethia already rolled for Meadowmai. Got a
11.
22. 11? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sphinxes don't really hang out around where you're from. A little farther up north and to the east. You might have, there might have been some traveling centaur bands who, you might have shared a tale or two with, and they might have mentioned something, but nothing too in detail.
Damn.
Well, I still think I should maybe go somewhere high up and just look around. Who knows? Maybe if it's been running rooftop to rooftop, I'll see it, or I'll see some sign of it or something.
Alright. Just
Alright.
don't die.
I'll try not to.
Good.
Alright, so you and Snail are heading off.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
God.
I'm gonna try to find a tall building and get up it.
Alright. Within the Agora, or are you gonna kind of leave where everyone's watching,
I mean, are there any tall buildings in my immediate vicinity?
Um, let's see. The tallest buildings you'd know of are probably the temples, which are a little. They're close to the agora. Some of them. You'd also want to move up, a little. I think like west of the coast, because as it goes, the whole city of Miletus, the kind of area, kind of is on a slant downwards into the ocean, except for some cliffs here and there. So probably, back into the city, near the edges of the city is where it gets to be the highest. That's also where the entrance is, where you guys have gone in and out, where Capix Thway pops around as well.
All right, I'll go try to find a tall building around there, and either just kind of make my way inside and go up, or just try to climb up the outside.
Yeah. All right. Well, while May's doing that, what would the rest of the party like to do? Keep partying?
Um.
Oh,
So I've
do
already.
you guys want Snail to come with you or to come with me?
Snail can come with you.
Okay.
The duo.
The duo.
So what I know about the Sphinx is that they know a lot of stuff, but perhaps. I think I do want to find the Sphinx right now then. But for now, this night, I want to enjoy the festivities.
Yeah, I'm going to I guess I'm going to travel around and just play at just random places around town.
Yeah. So there's like there's the stage here in the Agora. No one's taken up. There's different taverns around that you could go to other than Capix Thway Pop. There's temples you could play. There's like a more area where there's like many temples around.
Yeah,
So yeah, you could definitely hop around if you'd like.
Yep, that'll be my plan.
Okay. You could roll let's have you roll performance with advantage.
Oh.
Since you already performed for everyone, so they're probably more than willing to come say hi.
16.
16? Nice.
Yes.
All right, so throughout the day, you kind of go around. We'll say for right now, you can probably take up at the stands here in the Agora where everyone's eating right now. And you can start blasting out some tunes. What instruments are you playing? Are you playing all of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna start off with bagpipes, and then once my lungs get a little bit tired, I'll switch over to the dulcimer, and then I'm gonna do something special for the end of the night, but we'll save that for after people do what they want to do. We'll come back.
Yeah. When you're performing, do you put out anything? You know how like street performers put out like their guitar case or like a hat?
No, actually, I put out a sign that just says like the magnificent bard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you go about performing throughout the day. So while Bard's performing now, May's going off. Arethia, you still just wanna kind of just chill out, right?
Yeah.
And for Marin,
I'll chill with Arethia.
okay,
Just kind of watching things.
sounds good. So we'll jump over to May and Snail. So May, you're able to find some pretty tall buildings kind of near the edge of town. Around Capix Thway Pop, there's some pretty tall ones that are sufficient to be able to see around.
All right.
All right,
And-
so you're able to find your way up pretty easily. Not too troublesome for someone who spends, who spent time in the trees. And you're able to get up there. Snail can probably make their way up as well, if need be. But
Yeah, I'll bring Snail up with me.
while you're up there, you just want to take like a 360 around, see what's going on.
Yeah. See what I can
Alright.
see. I'd probably just spend at least I don't know what I'll see or how fast, but I'd probably just spend at least a couple hours up there and Even if I don't see anything, maybe just kind of like enjoy the lights and the festivity from up high.
Yeah, and it's just early in the morning now as well. So,
Oh yeah.
all right, roll perception with advantage for me.
Oh, I don't think I needed the advantage because that first one was a 20. That 10 from before was like, what if snail rolled history? And so I rolled, and snail rolled a 10. I was
Oh,
like,
are you using the Rolex?
yeah, I'm
Okay, yeah,
using the Rolex now that I know how to use it. So
got it. 20 plus.
20 plus 9, 29.
29, yeah. So you spend some time up there, you know, you're looking around. You know, you're kind of checking out. There's not much to the north and west, that's kind of outside of town. But you kind of look that way, there's nothing up there to the east, nothing really happening over there down by the shore. However, it doesn't take you long actually after getting up on that roof. So, you know, you said you might go up there for a couple hours, but
Mhm.
within probably like 10 minutes, you notice to the south a very peculiar, what looks to be a bird? But judging by the distance that you're perceiving it at, whatever bird it is has to be an immense size. And it is currently what looks to be flying south-southwest.
Southwest. So like from where I am, that would be towards the temples, right?
Yeah, but this thing that you're looking at isn't even in the polis anymore. It is far outside. But you
So
can
it's
see
like,
it way off in the distance with those eagle eyes.
and it's just flying away from the polis then?
Yep, it's flying away from the polis, just kind of over the coast and heading south and southwest. South by southwest.
I'm just gonna watch it for a bit and see if it turns and arcs off or if it just keeps going in that direction.
Yeah, so as you keep watching it, you know, it gets harder and harder to watch as it becomes farther and farther away. But after a little bit, it does seem to kind of fade off from your view, but you see kind of just a small speck seemingly kind of go down and down after a little while, very slowly.
Is it just going down over open water?
No, over the land.
Oh.
Yeah, it
I'm
flew
going
over
to...
the water for a little bit, but it seems it's hard to tell because it's very far. But you can see the kind of little speck of whatever it is flying land down somewhere.
Okay, I'll try to make a just rough estimate. How far away does it look like it landed to me?
Oh man.
Like
Well,
miles?
you're pretty far up, so it's got to be miles and miles away, especially for how small it is. But it seems, well, if we go into our resources in Discord, we can look at the map.
Yeah.
So Miletus is kind of up there, part of this little strip of land in the water.
Mhm.
And from where it flew, it seemed to go like very, very far. Like even past these other cities of Glaucian, Thespia, and Nadumbria on the map.
So it might be in a Neolantan.
Yeah. Definitely
Huh.
flying down that way.
Okay.
Or
good
maybe
to know.
maybe the Theros is curved. So the reason it looked like it was going down was because it was still flying straight but curved.
Hmm.
This will be the
Well, you
debate.
never know.
I'll make
Does the
a-
world have an edge or not?
I'll make a mental note of that. I'll maybe spend like another hour just up here kind of watching the city.
Yep.
Watching the festivities, and then maybe I'll head back down and rejoin Marin and Orethia. Hey guys!
Wow.
What up?
I saw a thing.
How,
Um,
what- Yeah.
There was this really big bird-like creature, and it was just flying southwest of here. It flew really far away. It looked like it might have flown like all the way to that whatever that city is that's like on the very end of the kind of peninsula thing. Neo Land.
Thing.
Caleb, I think you cut out a bit. What did you say?
A bird thing.
Yeah, a big bird. I don't know if
Big
it would
bird.
be a sphinx, but it was a big flying thing.
Hmm.
Interesting.
You said how far away?
Like all the way to the end of the peninsula to the southwest, it looked like.
Those are some good eyes you have.
It's what I'm good at. Thank you.
If
You
you
could
had rolled
see
a 30,
bird
that
from 50 miles away.
I mean, a 30 DC check is supposed to be impossible, so.
Yeah.
It's what expertise gets you, baby.
Huh.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd be alive if I wasn't perceptive. So I think I'm just good at that.
If only it was like that
Suddenly,
in
you
real
feel
life.
many people behind you with your blind sight. No, you're good.
It's kind of annoying in big cities. You can smell everyone.
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like it was hard enough getting used to just like smelling you guys all the time, and
Hmm.
then like now I'm just surrounded by like the smells of everyone. It's a real pain sometimes.
Yeah.
Do we
for
smell
sure.
better than your mom?
I mean, no, because my mom's great, but you smell okay.
Sounds good.
Good to me. Alright, back on the stage with Bard.
Yeah.
Bard, you finish your setup there after a little while, and you get an outstanding ovation, right? Standing outstanding ovation. Everyone's clapping. Very, very, they love it. And you got your little
So
sign
I
up there as well.
Yep, I head over to what's the place called? The place where everyone does music and stuff.
The Agora.
The Agora. I head over
Guitar
to the
Center?
Agora and
That's
I
where
set
you.
up a stage.
That's where you are.
No, I was hopping around from like from place to place, like tavern to tavern and stuff.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
Agora.
No. So in the Agora, there's like a stage out in the open air, and that's
Yep.
where I said we started.
Yeah, and then I want the day to go by and I want to come back. So I go from tavern to tavern and then I head back to the
Oh, so
Agora.
you're just deciding there's a time skip? That's my job.
I mean,
This
I
was
said
your
I wanted
first
to
set.
come back. I said I wanted to come back.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
said you
ready
didn't.
yet.
You said you didn't want to perform here yet.
No. I'm okay with starting here, but I want to come back to it.
Right, but right now we're
Alright.
at the point where you just performed for the first time.
Okay, well then I want to head over to a tavern now.
All right.
Get ready to play there.
So after everyone
Yeah.
applauds for
One
you.
second. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So in that case, everyone applauds. And I'm like, thank you. Except I can't really do this. I
Why
don't know
not?
if you can see what I'm
You have a
doing.
torso.
I keep forgetting I have a torso.
you're a horse with just human head.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I'm like, thank you. I am Bode. Do not forget my name. I will be back here tonight at the end of the festival. When does the festival end?
I mean, they're just having a morning brunch breakfast thing here.
Yeah, but when does that end? When does the party end?
You
Never.
could ask. You could ask around.
Alright. So instead of saying, I'm gonna say, I'll be back here when the party ends at 6 o'clock roughly. And then everyone will be like, what's 6
That's
o'clock?
way too early.
And then I hear this, I'm like, all right, at 10 o'clock.
That's way too
Better.
late. No.
Way too late.
9 o'clock.
Just a bunch of hecklers are like, higher, lower.
7:47.
You won't want to miss it.
No, yeah, they
You will
get the
not
gist.
want to miss it. Yeah, and then I head over to the next the nearest tavern. And I
Yeah,
assume that
so-
there are people who are following me.
Okay, slow down. Slow your gait. Okay.
I am
Slow
not
your
going to
gait.
slow down.
Okay,
Can't
so
slow
you're
down.
as you're leaving the stage, you're still in the agora
Mhm.
still.
Mhm.
As you're getting down from the stage after picking up all your stuff, you see a semi-familiar band of centaurs coming over to you. You'd recognize
Ooh.
what they're wearing as being members of the Lagona tribes, being a merchant
Is it-
family.
Remind me which tribe I'm in.
Lagona.
Okay, so
There's
they
the
are my
Lagona,
people.
who are kind of like the mercantile centaurs who, you know, they don't do much fighting. They do much more talking and bartering.
Yeah,
Versus the
okay.
fairies raiders, who are very
Barter.
territorial and fighters.
Okay.
But you see one of these merchant families kind of come up to you. At first you don't kind of recognize them, but one of them starts talking and they go, "Hey, you're Bard, right? I think we met on the road a little while back. You were coming here, I don't know, 2 weeks ago? How you been?" I'm sorry, I should introduce myself first.
Damn
My
it, I
name-
was going to say, oh, hey, Jimmy.
You want him to be Jimmy? I'm Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm Jimmy.
I think one of these nights around here, we I think we camped together out in the with my family. You seem to be traveling alone. You still happen to be traveling alone? That was a really great performance you had out there.
It's nice seeing you again. It's been a while. Yeah, I mean, I'm not traveling alone. I have a group of friends. They're doing stuff right now. Thanks. I really appreciate that. I've been working on my music, and I have a great performance you should check out. Um, I am walking away, but I'm like trying to gesture for them to follow me, kind of like a walk and talk kind of situation.
Yeah. Jimmy beckons for his, the term for his group in centaur language is a guro, Guro.
Okay.
So him and his guro, they follow you along, and they kind of like listening to you.
Okay, I'm like, how you guys doing? What are you guys doing here?
Oh, well, we were originally passing through here back when, you were heading here as well. But we ended up taking a little stop, in some other villages down south in, Miletus. But we made our way back up here after we heard the news. Word travels fast via those little raptors that go from town to town. You know, the
The
flying
news?
ones. Oh, of course.
The
We
flying
heard there
ones.
was a new champion that was been chosen by Afara. That's a big thing here in this place.
But you won't believe this, but I actually know the guy.
What? Are you
Sorry, know
serious?
the girl. Yes. Yes, we were close friends. We actually, I don't know if I don't know if you heard about like the big war and like the mission that people went to go underwater to claim a castle, etc., etc.
A underwater castle?
Not underwater castle, underwater temple. Sorry.
Oh my. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Wait.
that was us.
You were a part of the group who stopped that brine giant?
Did I stop the Brian Giant? Is that
Did I
me?
kill the Brian Giant?
I'm part of the group. I can't remember if I was the one who helped kill that or not. I can't remember if he showed up in the underwater portal.
He
know,
didn't
so
show up underwater, but the
No,
person who was
I'm saying
presumably
He didn't get
controlling
the
him
chance.
was.
I say that out loud though in character.
They're like, oh, okay. So you said you were traveling around with them?
Yeah. They're still in the city. I am performing tonight while they go do their own things. I could introduce you if you want.
Are you serious? That would
Yeah,
be
would you like to meet
amazing.
them? I have a performance I have to do here. Why don't you stick around and then after this next tavern and we can head over after that.
Yeah, where you heading? We have a tavern nearby where we've been staying. It's one used by many of the merchants here in town.
I can play there if you'd like.
Oh, sick. All right, let's go. All right. So Jimmy shows you the way to where he's been staying in the town. You guys have been staying more in like the northeastern part of Miletus here, and he's kind of heading towards maybe like closer to the docks area, you know, where the harbor is. And he leads you to a tavern there.
Alright.
Many of the
I
people
pull out-
inside seem to be lots of you know, fisher folk. Lots of people who might be, you know, taking their boats out here and there. Might be stopping by, you know, having breakfast in the morning. Actually, it's a little later. Maybe it's like an early lunch, late breakfast, brunch.
Alright, I pull up a performance and you're gonna like this. I decide to play a sea shanty.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do I need a roll performance again?
No, you already got your performance in. You're
Okay.
even warmed up now. You're
Oh,
still
sweet.
doing great.
Alright. Does
Alright.
anything happen during the performance?
I can roll to make you suspicious.
Suspicious? Okay.
Yeah, like
Nothing
when the
that you
DM just rolled
perceive
dice.
happens.
Okay.
What's your passive again?
76.
And you don't have blind sense, right? So you can't see the guy behind you?
No, I
Only
do.
76.
I go back to where I remember seeing
Wait.
Alethea.
What's happening?
Oh yeah.
You're
We
already
just finished the
leaving?
performance. Yeah, we did the performance. Now it's time to go. I'll
No,
be like,
hold. Liz, you are taking the reins. You gotta, instead of saying I am going to do this, you should say, here's what I want to do.
okay, I want to leave.
No, what are you
I want to
talking
leave.
The one only.
You're still doing the sea shanty, right? Though.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
just walk into
I
a
did the
tavern, hit him with
performance.
Wonderwall, and then dip.
Oh,
Alright. No. Okay, so I do the performance, and then what happens?
well, not after the performance, but during the performance.
Oh, sweet. Well, you said nothing happened that I perceived.
No, that was a joke.
Well, you fucking lied to me.
I said I was rolling to make you anxious or whatever.
Yeah. No, suspicious.
I rolled a 97, Liz. I don't know what that means for you.
about?
God appears. The
All
God,
right.
capital G.
What is this? Who's manifesting right now?
Oh, we're talking about assassination. and
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Ska.
I'm
So,
manifesting
Liz-
that tonight's the night
Liz,
that they
Yep.
debut Ska.
you are Bard.
Phone.
And as Bard, during the sea shanty performance, you start to feel yourself kind of going into a trance.
Aw, man.
A similar
Okay.
trance to when you've spoken before with gods in the past. However, this time you can still you still feel like you're performing. And it
Pog.
almost feels kind of like an out-of-body experience. You feel like you can like see yourself performing on the stage while you're there. And
Okay.
standing right next to you at around the same height, you see your one and only Phoenix.
Yes, Thenax. Hey, yo, Thenax, what is up? Wanna know what? I am speaking in rhymes. But
Yeah.
I'm really bad at rhyming.
He's like,
Wonderwall's weird in this universe.
he's like, you know, you're still performing, right? You don't have to worry about performing here.
Yeah, man. You know me. I just wanna rhyme.
Gotta pee.
Okay. Well, Phoenix is just kind of like lost all the energy. Just.
Like, mwah.
I just wanted to stop in and congratulate you on your great job down there in the sea. It's too bad we weren't able to get back Varius, but I'm sure you'll be able to find him sometime soon. I don't know where his location is personally. Don't have anyone out looking for him. But if you happen to hear anything, make sure to let me know. Oh, and he kind of reaches to his side, and he pulls out what looks to be a thick, like, black little, like, thing with points on each side, like shoop, right? It's like a cylinder, but
cool.
and it gets smaller.
Yeah.
Has like little points. As a down payment, we'll say, for your help tracking down Varius some more. I think you might like this. And he grabs it and he puts it in your bag, but not on you because you're having like this out of body. So it's like he kind of like just stuffs it in there from what it looks like. You'll just want to, hold on to it for a little bit, and you'll see what happens. Well, good luck with your performing. I hope you don't get more popular than me. And then
Before you go, no! Damn, I had questions.
no,
for him.
you can stop him before he's
Oh,
heading
okay.
out.
I say, hey, yo, man, no, wait!
He turns back to you.
He's like, thanks for your help. I appreciate that. If you find anything, let me know and I will hop on that Valas shit ASAP. But I say that in a rhyming way, but I don't have
Yeah.
that much energy.
Yeah.
Imagine I was rhyming.
You're speaking celestial to him.
Yeah, it rhymes in celestial.
It rhymes in celestial.
And I say, by the way, could you help us out at all with the whole, oh god, what's her name? Kea? Kea stuff? She kind of lost her body. Would you happen to know anything about that?
You don't see him making any facial expressions as usual behind his gold mask. But he does put up his hand to it a little bit. Well, when I died and came back, returned, and they gave me godhood. As for your friend, it looks like you just have an Adolin left. So if I were you, I'd find they're returned.
And the which one's different than the body?
Well, there's two different things, the body and the soul. Both somewhat keep their memories, but it's the body that keeps all of them. The soul still remembers some things, but mainly the body, if it still wears a mask, gets to keep its memories.
Thanks. If you don't mind, we're friends here. If you don't mind,
We're friends here. I'm declaring that.
While you're keeping an eye out for votes, if you keep an eye out for her return, it would help me out a lot.
Trust me, if I find anything on that, what was he? A Triton?
Yeah.
Pick up on him at all.
Uh,
I'll let you know.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
And then he gives you the finger guns. He goes, Varius bless. Phoenix, bless
Wait.
out.
no, finger guns are strictly
It's
a
different. It's
Keranos
different
thing.
finger guns.
No.
Okay? Also, he's
No.
he's Phoenix. He's a little tricks. He's a little stinker. Okay, he's stealing Keranos's.
Wait,
but
instead of
remixing on it.
finger guns, can we high five?
You want to high five Phoenix?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, specifically instead of a high five, it has to be that thing that kids would do where it was like snail.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna snail him?
No, he's
Yeah.
gonna.
Please.
Yeah, I'll snail him.
All right, roll sleight of hand, or deception.
Let's see, +3 for sleight of hand, or
I think it's
+9 for deception.
I think this could be a combo. It could be like a dexterity-based deception check. I like combo checks.
Hey, how about 25?
Oh my god.
I am very deceptive,
We're so good at this game.
but he's also a god.
So which one are you going in for as your
Deception.
Yeah, but what move are you doing? Are you going for like a fist bump to a snowman, or like a snail?
Okay,
Are you going to
so
high
we're going
five
up-
to a turkey?
No, listen. So this is like a end of a early 2000 movies where they jump in the air and high five and freeze frame. Except he goes in and I go,
You're
Like that.
gonna do the rock.
yeah.
All right. So as you're up there in the air, you do the jumping high five with Varys, or not Varys, Phoenix, the god. And as you see his hand coming towards you, you make the fist, right? But at the very last second, Phoenix snails you
Oh no.
with a 27.
Oh man. I
Nailed.
but before I assume he's about to disappear. So before he can do that, I say, "Nice one."
Phoenix goes, and you can feel yourself back in your own body, as if it was kind of like a daydream that just happened.
If I don't get 200 piety from that, I'm leaving this campaign.
200.
200.
We can give you 200, but then you're gonna have to do something really bad to get it taken away.
Suddenly, I decide no more deceiving people. Okay. So, all right.
You
We're
finish
playing.
up your
What's
sea
the plan?
shanties. Everyone's, you got the whistles from the seafarers. Like, ooh, my
That's how
grandma
whistles sound.
loved that one.
What?
Right. I finish up my little
Shanties.
Woo,
operative.
grandma.
They cheer. I go, everyone, see me tonight at the Agora, 10 p.m. You don't want to miss it. I'm bored. And then I kick up some dirt that's on the stand to make it seem like a fog cloud and turn around.
The people in the front door were like, ah, turn.
All right. Back in the Agora.
How was the performance? Well, it was pretty good, but then she
Wait,
kicked
wait.
dirt in my
Oh,
Sorry,
also,
Day.
Liz, just so you know, for Bard,
Louder.
Bard has the centaur shoes of the Zephyr,
Mm-hmm.
which let you just levitate kind of at any time,
Mm-hmm.
in case you're interested.
No, I am well aware.
And then you've also got the dulcimer as
Yep.
well.
I know.
And also whatever was just put in your bag by Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
All right. So you finish up there, and you probably go around to some more taverns throughout the day, right?
Well, not yet. Before I
yet?
go to the next tavern, I had the try. Oh fuck! I forgot what you called them. The centaurs with me.
The guru of centaurs.
Yes, I was going to stop by wherever Arethia was staying to introduce them.
Okay. Arethia, May, and Marin.
Yeah.
It's probably around noon now.
This is a long ass day.
You guys woke up at like 8, and you've been at the breakfast kind of area. Been hanging out, talking to people. You're the heroes. They're coming around. They're
It's
getting.
probably why it feels so long, because she's really uncomfortable with
you're
people
getting
complimenting her like
groupies.
this.
There are a lot of people around, guys.
Yeah, it reminds me too much of home. I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Should
Yeah.
what should we do?
Well, I'm drinking some ale, because alcohol solves all your problems.
True. You guys are still hanging out in the Agora.
Yeah. Day drunk.
Okay.
Talking up the people.
So down the street,
Caleb, is there any way that you could get a little louder? I have you at 200% and it still sounds like you're whispering.
I don't know how this is different than what I was doing before.
I mean, sometimes when we're on Discord, your thing's loud, and then sometimes it's quiet. It's a 50-50.
It's okay if you can't mess with it.
If I do it like this, am I louder?
No.
It's about the same. Alright, well, it's 8:22. This is a great time for an intermission, everyone. Something that is also a safety tool I read for D&D. You gotta have a check-in with your group. How's everyone feeling? Okay. Liz?
Fantastic.
Liz, you're doing
Is this
good?
okay?
Oh,
I'm
wow.
actually-
Yeah, that's still good.
Okay.
Now you got the big
Caleb,
voice.
thank you.
Big
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
was like,
back
I
down to
know you're
100.
saying things, but I can't hear you, and I was like, ah, no. Also, I did, for your intermission viewing pleasures, send you guys a picture or a video of Spuds making biscuits. So,
That's pretty cool.
They're good biscuits. I saw them.
If I change it all.
All right.
Oh, no, I can't.
Are you messing around? Are you having your audio come through voice meter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, voice meter OP.
It seems like
That
there's a
changes
little
that.
cracking coming from your sound.
Yeah.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I do that, then I can't hear myself through that.
Oh,
oh.
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 welcome back.
Yeah. I can make it not go
Now we can't hear
down
you.
at all.
Oh, wait,
oh,
now
oh.
now we
Your
can.
thing
that-
was highlighted green, but we couldn't hear anything.
Okay. Did that change anything? I just went straight input from my microphone.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
No
My
crack.
gain was turned all the way down,
My
so
God.
now my gain
Oh,
is
whoa.
all the way up.
Whoa. Now you're really loud.
Okay. So there is that.
Thank you so much. I just didn't. I felt like I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you, but I
Yeah.
just couldn't hear you.
I wasn't saying much. Because like I'm still waiting for the day to be over.
hmm
Yeah.
How's everyone else doing as players? Huh? How's everyone?
Good.
Well, actually, you guys
good.
could take time partying to identify stuff. You could sit around with it.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do some party identifying.
All right.
And identify the runes on the shield that I have.
Okay. I'm gonna go potty real quick, but while I do that, you
Okay.
guys, you guys decide what things you want to identify.
Yeah, I could identify it.
Bow.
I'll give you this jar full of yellow liquid to identify. You can have that.
Who are you giving the liquid to?
Bard.
Ah.
I'm not.
Th-
I'm not. I'm not with you guys.
Oh.
That's why I can't have anything identified because I want to identify the thing that Phoenix gave me.
Yeah, did your god put a gun in your bag?
I don't know if it's a gun or information.
Here you go, hardworking student of mine.
Yeah,
Tommy,
I'm a
Light.
block.
This will help in your travels.
this is a 1911 Marshall. This won 2 world wars.
God. In this arc, Bard gets
God.
themselves a Glock.
Bod.
Wouldn't that be great?
Fucking, and then Bard goes and get them. Fucking Bard doesn't ever get their license. So then
I
they
get
have
arrested by Aretha.
That's how things
This-
go.
This artifact is the Wind of Chester.
the wind of what?
The Wind
The
of
window
Chester.
chest.
Oh, amazing.
Chester's wind.
Chester's Wind. It'll blow you away.
Darian, I
Oh my
cannot
God.
believe how much dough Spuds is needing. Is she having friends over later? Is that
She
why?
mu- I think she just likes sleeping in the dough.
Oh, on Snapchat. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
All
she's
right.
just sleeping right now, laying where she was making biscuits.
Let's go down the list right here. Arethia, do you have anything you want to identify while you're kind of chilling
My
out?
cracked pearl.
All right. As you identify the pearl, you
Oh,
identify
real quick. This is good for me to ask because I think I need to. When we identify things, do you want me just to write that down in our notes, or should I, like how many, how in depth should the notes be?
What?
I take notes on
Yes.
people. Do you want me to write down like what you're identifying just so that I have it too, or is that something you want?
I'm writing down what I have.
Okay, sounds good. I didn't know if there was a thing that I should also.
Are you
be
talking
doing.
about like descriptions of the magic items, like all the text he gives us?
Yeah.
No, you
You
don't really
probably
have to
don't need
keep
to.
you don't have to keep track of it.
Okay.
And then whoever has the item can keep track of it on pencil paper,
Mhm.
in notes in D&D Beyond, or you can even find some of the items in D&D Beyond.
Yeah,
Some
that's
of them
why
are homemade.
Like the centaur shoes of Zephyr in the
Those are
D&D
in.
Beyond.
Those are in D&D Beyond.
Centaur things.
Mhm.
When centaurs walk and talk, do they canter and banter?
Yes.
Okay.
don't say
Well,
that to
it's
Bard though.
different.
What do you mean?
Cantering and walking are different.
I guess that's fair.
You'd be like,
But talking and bantering are different.
What is Bard's gait? At which
yeah. What
stage?
is your
Uh,
gait?
Is it
loud.
musical? What if it's like it's like
yeah.
I
It's a
would love
jazzy.
it if
You
Bard
move
was just always moving like
the clops of the hooves. Especially
Bard.
now that you
I
have
got
centaur
rhythm.
shoes. The
Their schmoovin just sounds like they're always like going to a party.
well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. All right. So, Arethia, you identify the cracked pearl as a pearl of power.
It's a pearl of power.
The cracks in it kind of makes it seem a little iffy, but it should keep up considering you saw that deep sea hypnotist using it for a bit.
Yeah, it should still work.
It's still good.
All right, Marin.
Give me those runes.
All right, you, after spending some time, you find out that the three patches on the shield that have the inscriptions of Keranos' symbol on them are actually not just three things, but actually one thing split up into three parts. And they are the Guardian Emblem. Guardian Emblem can be found in Tasha's Guide to Everything. And let me read off to you exactly what they do real quick. Let's see. Guardian Emblem. I thought I had it pulled up, but I think I took it down.
Typing like the wind.
So,
Oh,
Guardian
sweet.
Emblem. Wondrous item. Holy symbol. Requires attunement by a cleric or paladin. This emblem is the symbol of a deity or a spiritual tradition. As an action, you can attach the emblem to a suit of armor or a shield, or remove it. The emblem has 3 charges. When you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you suffers a critical hit while you are wearing armor or wielding the shield that bears that emblem, you can use your reaction to expend 1 charge to turn the critical hit into a normal hit. And you get all charges back at dawn. So,
Creature
3 times a day, if you see someone get crit, you can turn it into a regular hit.
It's
If
like
they're within 30 feet.
it's like adamantine, but you have to use a reaction.
Yep.
It's like the thing grave clerics get.
If you can't
Yeah.
find Guardian Emblem in D&D Beyond, I can send you the full thing.
I think it comes up if you Google it.
normal.
Yeah.
So,
I
and it's
can
within 30 feet.
I can put in I can put in
See,
general as well, just its
then-
description for the Guardian emblem.
Guardian.
Okay,
Guardian.
cool. I also have it in the notes, so we're good.
So that's
Thank
what's all over
you.
the shield.
All over. Was it 3 of them?
Yeah, there's 3 of them, but when you use your action to take it off, they all like suck together into one.
Oh, so that's one instance of it.
It's one emblem, and you can see all 3 when you place it on an item.
Okay,
All
so it's
3.
not 3 that each have 3 charges.
No, it's one whole thing.
So if I got another charge of it, there'd be 4.
There are only
Yep.
3 though.
But there's 3 right now.
Would I know how to, like, is that just something, if I focus on it enough, I'll get 4, or is that
You
not how this
would
magic
know
happens?
that it's magical. It might have been made by Keranos or maybe by a very talented craftsman. And if you wanted to increase its capacity, you'd probably have to speak to a craftsman who might know a little bit about, metal working and magic. Most specifically, Keranos' magic.
Okay. And real quick, now that I've remembered, I'm supposed to ask. What was the name of the dude who built the Bident, lost it, and then built Keranos a new Bident?
That is Perforos, god of the forge. Perforos makes lots of items for different gods, Keranos being one of them. And from what was said, it seems like Keranos was supposed to receive a Bident with great power, but somewhere along its way to him, it was lost. Now in your hands. And instead,
Yeah.
he has a different Bident that Perforos had to rush.
Yeah, no. I just I couldn't remember his name last time, so I wanted to get that now down. All right, cool. Thank you.
May, you have
Yeah.
one magic thing you probably want to identify, right?
Yeah, I have the bow. I'm just gonna spend an hour with it during the festivities. Like, I have that Chimera 10, and I'll just slap that on there while I tune to it. In
Oh
place
yeah,
of the
you're replacing
bowstring.
the bowstring with the tendon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you're, kind of checking out your bow, you do start to notice there's some new appearances on it. Like different patterns in the wood that you didn't recognize before. And some of them look a little twisted in places. Some of them seem a little more burnt, as if like fire or lightning had struck them. And after you're done identifying it, you kind of, after using that new the new bowstring as well, you realize it is a +1 bow.
Ooh.
It seems to hold up much better than before and seem a little bit enchanted.
Nice. All right.
You'll also notice that now you can place some tasty licks on the bow.
Can I?
I don't
Much
know.
like if it were a banjo.
You can now
I
play your bow as a banjo.
I can kind of
Surprise.
just do one note if I pluck the string. It doesn't really change.
Says you.
Obviously not trying hard enough.
Just because it can be played doesn't mean that you know how.
Because
Duh.
it can be played doesn't mean it should be played.
All right,
You
so
wouldn't download an NFT.
yes, I would.
Yeah, I would.
Sorry, go
So
ahead.
after that time, it's around noon 1, and you see Bard coming down the northern street.
Found them.
Or actually, it would be the southern one, yeah, the southern street, where you see Bard and a group of centaurs. A group of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 centaurs.
Centaurs.
One of them named Jimmy.
Yeah.
And you see Bard approaching.
Bard, you've met some friends.
Hey, Olivia, could I pull you aside real quick?
For sure. Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
So I signal my new friends to like stay back real quick, and I come up to them and was like, hey, so these centaur guys, they just came into the city a little while ago, heard about the new champion, and they'd love to meet you if you'd be okay with that.
Of course. Yeah,
Cool.
where are they from?
My
Jim-
tribe?
Jimmy kind of starts coming forward and he's like, "Oh, we're from the Laguna area, up north of Miletus.
Ah, yes.
We'd been traveling
Uh,
south of here, talking to many of the people when we heard news in the cities that a brine giant had been taken down by the new champion."
Yeah. I did spend some time with the Laguna tribe when I was a young calf. Or whatever you call
Whatever
young
a
satyr.
baby, satyr.
A kid, probably. Just to,
Maybe
A child.
like a kid.
You
Like a
still
regular
know old
kid?
Guido?
One of the guys is like, "I'm Guido's son."
Ah. Yeah, you look just like him.
Wait, was that deception? Did you just lie? You have to tell me.
Yes. I didn't look at him. You look just like him. You haven't even opened your eyes, bro.
Bro.
Like, you have to tell me if you're
Bro.
trying to deceive right now, okay?
Bro.
You have to tell me.
You legally have to.
As your
You look
DM,
just
you have to tell me
like
if you're lying.
I'm adopted.
Wait, does Aretha really know Guido? I need to know this.
I made up that name and happened to hit. It's just like, no.
It's not deception, if I get it
No.
right.
It's just
Not
luck.
only did you hit, you got his father's name.
Yeah.
My dad's a Guido. But like 20%
Yeah,
of the
let's
males
just-
are Guido. The
Yeah, I
other 80's
have a
Jimmy.
25 in persuasion to convince them that I know Guido.
You're persuading them that you know Guido? So you do know Guido.
Oh,
Yeah,
Guido,
I
we
do
were
know
war
Guido.
buddies.
Good stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, about that brine giant, it is very scary. I was here in town when it attacked. In fact, May over there and I were the ones that came off the wall to go intercept it.
I wave.
They're looking enthralled by the story, and they start asking questions like, "Oh, what happened next?" and whatnot.
Oh, well, there were tritons sprawling out from the ropes, and there were two, like water wizards on the top, and we were attacking them, and all this stuff happened. The brine giant picked up the statue of Kylo or Kylo
Kainos.
Ren,
Kylo Ren.
and just as he was about to smash it, I
Okay, let me smash.
took out the one controlling him, and we disappeared into the water vortex. And you know probably what happened after that.
As you say that, they're like, "Oh, what? No, what happened?"
I
Where'd the
was
water
there. And
vortex
I
go?
RKO'd a dude.
Well, I don't want to get into the, logistics and semantics of how water vortex magic works, but as soon as the Warcaster lost control of the brine giant, it just had to come down.
He's going down.
The centaurs turn back to you, Bart, and they're like, "And you were in the temple, right? What happened there? You said you were under the sea. Did they go under the sea too?"
They did. They went through the portal, and they did. I'm looking visibly like on the spot, put on the spot, like afraid, social anxious.
Yeah.
And then we
I was there
fought
too.
the guy.
Basically, we fought. It's okay, Bard.
Thank
Like-
you.
I crashed the chariot.
There are just a bunch of dudes down there.
Not
too.
just a chariot, the chariot.
I crashed the chariot.
And then
Yes,
we
mate, you
kicked
did.
their asses. Because we're super cool. and we're good at our job. Definitely not lying about that.
Why do you sound like you're lying?
I told you I'm not, though.
Yeah, so you guys spend some time talking to them, and they
just went silent and no one else.
no. You guys go on about your adventure, right? Divulging whatever information you see fit.
Yep.
And they go, "Wow, that's amazing. Well, I must ask for your permission. Could we spread this tale? I don't think any of the any of the regions is a good word. Any of the regions to the north and east of here have heard of these exploits, especially not the coming of a new champion."
You know,
Could say
maybe
anything.
we should. Yeah.
Before anyone could say anything, I speak up.
Oh yeah,
up and
roll initiative.
I will.
21.
Yeah, 23. I gotta quit.
No!
Get fucked. Okay.
We both rolled
So
a
I
20.
Where are you guys
That's
rolling?
the only
Oh.
20 we're gonna get.
I'm at 22.
I think they're
Okay.
rolling on roll
Okay.
20.
So I speak up and I say, yes, tell the story. Tell them that Bard was there.
Roll persuasion for the bard was
But-
there part.
But I was.
You were in the
Alright.
underwater part, but not
I
like the
got
brine
16.
11.
brine giant.
No,
16? 16? All
5,
right.
6? No, that's an 11.
Well, I have the thing that makes it that way. Anything
Silver
that's
tongue.
below 10. Yeah.
Oh, you add your proficiency twice.
No.
Your roll
Anything that's
Oh.
below it.
It's like reliable talent.
it's a
Okay,
minimum of
gotcha.
10 before modifiers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty OP. Not gonna lie.
They turn towards you fascinated. They're like, yes. Bard and Marin and May and Arethia, the new heroes of Theros. We'll be sure to spread the word.
Also, Snail. He's a snake.
They see Snail and they're like, "Aw."
He's fully human sized. Just
He's the
there.
mascot.
He's 8 feet long.
He's medium sized.
Kind of surprising they didn't see him in the first place.
Well, he's under the table eating scraps.
Why would
That's true.
Get under the table. He's a champion of.
Snail has wrapped
If I could
around
be under
your
the table
toes.
eating scraps, I would be, but social obligation and you assholes keeps me up here.
Bold of you to assume that I would make you do anything.
That's sweet in a way.
All right. So after your conversation and your recanting, recant? Don't recant. Recant? Recount.
We can't.
Your recounting of
Correct.
the tale. They begin to kind of head off, and they're like, "Wow, well, we'll be heading back to our some places in town selling our wares, and we'll be probably heading back to our tavern later tonight and heading out in the morning to go back to different places, maybe up towards Laguna, the lands up there."
What are your wares?
Jimmy kind of steps back as another one steps forward. He's like, "Oh, well, have I got the goods for you?" And he kind of pulls out like a thing like kind of wrapped and like spreads it out on the table, And inside there's just a host of different kinds of tools you find. There's also kind of beast parts, some, bones, different skins that they have on them.
Beast parts. Do you buy?
Sure, we'll be willing to trade anything.
I got some bits of chimeras here. I got some teeth and
chimera?
some claws. And a belt. Yeah, one around. We killed it.
What? Oh my. I'm glad you told me it was Chimera.
He does the, we're dealing with the badass over here.
Can we see what you found or what you were gathered?
Sure, I'll pull out the bits out of my bag and lay them down on the feast table in front of these guys.
Yeah. So let's see what beast parts you had. You had the
I got teeth, I got claws, and I
claws,
got
tendons,
pelt.
and pelts.
Used
Are
up
you-
tendon.
Are you selling the pelt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I don't
they
think May
seem
would really know what to do with it, so
they
I'ma
seem
sell it off.
very interested in the pelt that you have of the Chimera. Let's see. He kind of rifles through his stuff, looking at kind of how much coin he has, and he comes up with a number for you. Let me get that number real quick. Da, 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 ba-ba. I should have looked this up earlier, but I didn't know if it would come up. Oh God, Jesus Christ, oh my God.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
no.
Hold on. Um, he seeing the Chimera's pelt that you have, he kind of looks down at all the stuff he has on the table and he says, "I will give you everywhere I have here, plus whatever coin we have on us for that Chimera pelt."
Wow, what are you gonna do with it?
Well, you know, Chimera pelt's very valuable. It's a very rare creature, and many of them, they come in different shapes and sizes and forms. Every single one's unique.
Huh. I was just gonna like make a blanket out of it. That's all I really I'm not great at I've tried making clothes in the past and they fell apart. So I mostly just do blankets.
He starts pushing a little bit more. He's like, "So, what do you say?"
What they're offering like all the wares they have, like what all does it look like they have? Is it just random tools and like bones and bits?
Yeah, so they have a host of different things. In general, since I don't have like most like specific stuff on them, it's a lot of like different toolkits, right? It's like tools 5e. They have a lot of different tools on them. Like alchemist supplies, supplies, leatherworking tools, all these different things. They have some gaming sets. Not really musical instruments on them, but like navigators tools, thieves tools, a lot of different stuff like herbalism kits they might have on them. You wouldn't find like a poisoner's kit on them, but I think you already have one of those.
Yeah.
Disguise kit is one they have.
I think I'm gonna hold on to the pelt and just sell the teeth and claws if they're interested in those for some coin.
you rescind the offer and they kind of sigh and they're like, "Oh." And then you offer the teeth and claws, right?
Yeah.
And he kind of like rubs his chin and then he pulls out let me see how much he would pull out. Probably he pulls out 70 gold from his bag.
Right? I'll trade him for it.
All right. He passes you the 70 gold coins and they gain the teeth and claws of the Chimera.
Nice. Okay.
Pleasure doing business.
Yeah,
Uh,
thanks.
I'm sure there's lots of people out there who would like to get their hands on some chimera parts, so I'd be careful.
I mean, how are they gonna know I have a chimera pelt in my bag?
He kind of looks like nervous. He's like, "Oh no, I would never tell. No. But if you ever change your mind on the pelts, maybe in the future we might have more to offer."
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
I'm gonna kind of awkwardly just kind of like pick up my stuff and leave because I don't know how to end this May doesn't know
Yeah.
how to end this conversation, even though she was like sitting here and eating.
Mhm.
She's
She
just gonna
was here
like kind of
first.
she's gonna like kind of walk into a nearby alleyway and just kind of like wait 10 minutes and hope they go away.
Yeah, so they start saying their goodbyes again, and talking and whatnot. And they're like, "Well, we'll hopefully see you around, Bard. And
Yeah.
we'll spread the good word. Hopefully it travels fast, and wherever you go, you can find some people to help you."
They're also missionaries.
I know.
They're just nice people.
I know how rumors spread fast. I say
Ominously.
ominously. They
Is
know what
that-
it means.
They then do the blood sign with their fingers and like, "Hail Hydra," and they leave.
Ew.
Nah,
The
it's
secret
backstory.
Laguna band language thing.
It's backstory stuff that maybe one day you guys will find out, or not. We'll never
Okay.
know.
Liz ran a news press.
So while that interaction was happening, though, does anyone else do anything? Otherwise, I have something I'd like to do while May is doing that. Can I
I'm
do a
just
thing
watching.
then, Mr. DM?
Do it.
Okay. I turn to Aretha and I'm like, hey, question for you. Would you happen to want to perform with me tonight? I kind of have a big event and we synergize pretty well.
We have like a plus 1,000
Synergy?
synergy level.
Yeah. We can do that. I'd love to
Mm.
share our talents with the rest of the people.
Yes. Meet me at the Agora at 10 p.m. if we aren't still together.
Wait, we're breaking up?
I have more performances to do tonight. So I have to run to different taverns. You're welcome to come.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, I will be stopping by, but I'm trying to see everyone else in the city as well.
Valid.
Once I get back from my alleyway of shame, I'm going to distribute 17 gold pieces to each of you guys.
Oh,
Why?
poggers.
Because that's what I got from the thing. Isn't that what you're supposed to do with money?
Share it. This isn't this isn't socialism.
I mean,
You can
like,
do whatever you want with money. The money we
Right,
have here
I take-
represents what you've done to help the city, and what you do with it shows how much you care.
Yeah, I don't expect it, but if you want to give it to me, I will take it.
I mean,
yeah, I
like,
take it.
if you find a bunch of berries and like you gotta feed everybody, you give them the berries, right?
Yeah, I suppose. That's one way to think about it.
Everyone should have at least enough to fulfill their needs.
I mean, yeah, that's like, isn't that isn't that how things are? I don't.
That's pretty radically left of you, but like, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's 17 gold.
I added 17.
17 kami gold.
Is kami like a word for snake?
Uh-huh.
Communist?
No.
Kami gold?
Mm-hmm. Kami.
Cammy.
This is why I don't like society. It's confusing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easier if you grew up in it, I suppose.
All right. I have some other like various shopping and selling stuff I might want to do, but for the sake of expediency, Riley could just like handle that off session, like the
Yeah.
masks and stuff.
Yeah, for those of you who want to like buy new armor or weapons and whatnot, because I don't think you guys have maxed out your base armors for everyone.
No,
Mhm.
I don't. I was gonna plan on looking for some.
Yeah, you
No,
guys could always
probably-
go shopping for anything you need in town.
Yeah, I think I want to move to plate armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might also be moving up an armor
That might
class.
be also a lot of gold.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have 750, so
Do you know how much gold costs in the PHB, or how much plate armor costs?
I'm thinking over 1,000.
It's definitely over 1,000.
I mean, we got 17 more.
Right.
But I figure, yeah, I'd rather do that. You know, like afterwards.
Yeah.
I like the story stuff for now. Besides, I can't wait for Bard to debut Ska. I'm pulling for it. If
Who
Bard
said
doesn't
anything about debuting Ska?
you don't debut Ska,
Liz will never.
Oh
Make
yeah,
Bard
Bard, you've been
debut
you've been
ska.
performing all day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been sure to like specify that your name is Bard and that you're not just the magnificent Bard?
I've said the Magnificent Bard.
well,
But like, won't people just think won't people think that that's just your profession and not your name then?
Ah, shit.
It's your stage name.
I like that this might be the first instance where Bard has realized that their name is also their profession.
It
Like, oh,
definitely
wait!
happened last session too.
Hold up.
And she was like, "Oh wait,"
They
she is in Liz. It's like, oh.
Yep. I realized this and I'm like, ah, shit. Yep. I will do that. What happens next?
All right, so you guys.
Ska should be happening
Time
next.
passes, and unless anyone wants to do anything, we can go to Liz's or Bard's final performance at the Agora later in
I
the
go buy a
evening.
trumpet in case.
Excuse me, it's Bard and Orethia's performance.
You go
Okay,
buy a
fine.
bugle.
I'll buy some checkered pants.
No. I wasn't saying that to you, Darian. I was saying that to Riley.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, because
It's-
you said Bard's performance. I said it's Bard.
It's your
and
final
Orethia's.
performance, but it's just my only performance.
Oh, okay.
Your debut.
Marin gets on stage with the drum as well.
No, I call trumpet and checkered pants.
Marin goes out and buys a bugle and checkered pants. You know, a lot of people in Theros don't wear pants. It's a lot of,
That's why it's even more outlandish, just like the birth of this new music, ska.
Besides,
You
it's so
don't know
weird
that's
people aren't wearing
happening.
pants.
if a
People don't
centaur
have-
wore pants, would they wear it like this or like this?
Well, like this. Like this.
Do
Like this.
you
Secret
understand?
third route.
it's the Fire Emblem 3 houses. Secret
Oh.
third route.
One thing before we go do before we leave, before the time skip, I turned to the other teammates of mine and I let them know that me and Arethia are going to do a performance, and then I asked them a favor. I say, hey, could you guys find something or some magic people to perhaps create some fog at my performance tonight when I
You mean
need
that
it?
thing I specifically know how to do that you've seen me do before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot.
Have you ever
Yeah,
cast
could you
Fog
do it?
Cloud?
No, you're right. I wasn't fog cloud. It was the
Gust of Wind.
yeah. Sorry, I thought for a second that I had, but yeah, no,
Wow,
I can do
gaslighting
that.
me.
Do you guys like my paws?
Oh, you can do fog? Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
This is
I
what my
will cue
cousins
you.
taught me recently. They're like, "Oh, good paws."
I will
Paws.
cue you like this, and I shoot finger guns at you.
That's the
Marin
that's-
immediately gets down on the ground.
You know that's the symbol for my god, right?
No.
What?
It's a symbol of respect.
How about this? And I put my hands. I don't know if you can see, but I put my hands on my head and I clap.
All right, that's good.
All right, now I just have to wait for cues from
One
DM
singular
person.
loud clap.
The performance. Bard. You're up on stage. You're sweating. You're behind the curtain there, you know, off stage. And you're like, oh man, I gotta get ready. And then your manager comes over while you're looking in the mirror. And like you have people doing your makeup and stuff. They're like, Bard, you're on in 5 minutes. You're on in 30 seconds. What are you doing?
All right. I look over to Alethea, about to walk on the stage as a look of as if asking for reassurance, kind of nervous, and
Yeah.
I nod and I walk out and
Aretha
I
pretends she
wait to
does not
hear if
see.
there's like cheering or not. Is there cheering?
So as you walk up onto the stage, many people you saw earlier in the day are gathered around. They'll start cheering and go,
I got my bass and my amp. You ready to kick this bitch?
Hell yeah! Follow my lead. I pull out my bagpipes and I start off with a sea shanty. We start with a sea shanty. That's our first tune. We get done with that, and I start shouting bode, 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 bode. You know, get the energy going, and the performance goes. I play most of the songs that I've been playing throughout the day, just like song here, song there, because I've been playing
Mambo
like
number
different.
5, Holla Back Girl.
Mambo number 3.
Well, I've been playing.
three, four,
I didn't
five.
mention this earlier because I forgot, but I've been playing different types of songs at each place. You know, whatever type of people out there. You know, maybe some rock. And then I look over at Marin and I do the signal.
All right, and I do a very low fog.
A low
And I
fog
think-
over the crowd. Yeah,
I'm
Alright.
gonna.
under the crowd.
I think I can just do that like once a day, so I'm gonna use that instead of a spell
Yep.
slot.
You can do it like towards the
Um,
front of the stage, or
Yeah.
yeah.
And I start playing some ska. We get. And as I start playing ska, I activate my horseshoes of Zephyr and start levitating.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I start levitating towards the crowd, right? Doing some ska. And I get about halfway through the song, and it gets to like a low bit of the song. It's a very, very low, quiet part, which is kind of weird for ska, but it's whatever. I invented it. And I actually put away my bagpipes. I put away my bagpipes, and I pull out a dulcimer, and I start doing. I look over to Alethea, and I kind of do like a hush signal to show that I'm about to do a solo. And I start playing some tunes, and I use a. Let me pull this up here.
Does she have special bard juice? Or do they have
I
special
use-
bard juice?
I use fly.
Damn.
All right, you expend a 3rd level spell slot then to cast Fly through your dulcimer.
All right, let me mark that real quick. All right, and I begin to fly up and above the crowd. And I start playing my enchanting ska solo on the dulcimer. I finish my solo, and I point to Alethea. And I don't know what Alethea does from here. I assume Alethea, you get to start jamming. I'm not going to tell you how you jam because that's up to you. And we do our piece, and we get done, and I start yelling, "My name's Bode, the Magnificent!"
The crowd is apeshit right now. They see you flying, right, and levitating, And that is something commonly associated with a lot of the Miletian army, such as in times of the aerial formation they do. You didn't see it because you weren't there, but they're big into that.
They're big into the cha-cha slide. I'm just in the back watching all this going, man, this shit's weird.
Yo, this session could end here and I'd be happy. That'd be a great outro. Someone needs to clip that and make it the outro.
I love that this still has the D&D tag, but we're not doing anything.
We're just describing a bagpipe and oh, I'm melodic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Magnificent performance. Oh man, if that doesn't get me famous, I don't know what will.
Your performance comes to a close as Marin's fog dissipates, and the moon perfectly overhead shines down on you like a spotlight
Yes!
on the stage. Any final words?
Yeah, I said this is my name's Bard.
My name's
the
Bard,
Magnificent.
but not like the
Your dad.
occupation. That's
Yeah,
actually my
Melissa.
name.
And then I turn away and walk away towards the curtain.
They love it.
Yeah, did they shout encore?
Oh, roll performance with like triple advantage.
Ooh, really? Oh, I'm excited. Alright, 1 second. Performance.
Arethia's just like standing out there as you're leaving, like.
Alright, that's at 13.
Arethia just starts ham boning.
That's an
Yeah.
18. Alright,
Everyone's
24.
eating it up.
24?
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear Marin first. It's, encore.
I storm out. And I take out my dulcimer and I fucking play it like it's a guitar or something. And I just start jamming. I start jamming and it sounds amazing and the crowd eats it up, I hope. And I am just extremely confident.
Amen.
And then I hit a final chord and I take my old dulcimer and I throw it into the crowd.
Oh, your old one?
Yeah.
You toss it. You see someone catch it, but you don't know who. You know, all the arms are up in the air.
Bard, I
Uh,
caught your dulcimer for you. You dropped it.
and then I walk off for real this time.
As you begin to walk off, you hear those cursed words once more. Encore. Encore. The entirety of the crowd keeps saying encore, encore, encore. It's almost
still do not
hypnotic
do that.
how they start doing that. May and Marin, you look around, you're like, what the hell's going on? Suddenly, manifesting above the crowd, a large demon.
Well, hang on a sec. I'm good at things against that.
Actually, guys, this is gonna happen. We're gonna do this right now.
Let's
This is
just do
happening.
Quick Channel Divinity.
This is gonna happen right now, guys. This is literally happening right now. This is actually happening. As
I'm on the stage, so I can't even hear it.
as the celebration goes on and this performance is going nuts to butts.
Nuts to butts.
Allow me to look up something real quick.
What one is that? It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't.
Stacy's mom.
Yeah. Yes.
After my performance, I get down. I get down on my knees. 2 of
Oh
them.
God, are
so
you
everybody knows.
proposing?
No, hold on. Hold on.
Oh,
So
okay,
you
okay.
finished the performance? No, but
Huh?
as you're finishing the performance, people are still saying encore and whatnot.
Yeah.
They're encoring a second time.
Too bad they're not getting one.
Yeah. So
One
you're getting
encore.
down. You're getting down on your knees.
Okay, so I get on 2 knees, and I say a little prayer. I say, "Thank you, Father, for blessing my music tonight." And that's it. Then I, offer like a little bit of musical note as a gift.
Twing. The crowd
And
continues to
then-
chant encore, encore, rhythmically.
Well, I go walk off the back part of the stage and, head back into the crowd.
They continue chanting encore as you come down off the stage, and they start to kind of block you from getting down.
I'm gonna kind of say,
Marin, Orethia, and May, you don't feel this at all.
Oh.
But the crowd seems hypnotically encore right now.
Oh.
so
That's
we
weird.
don't notice
Anyways.
it, but Bart does.
No, you
Do I
notice.
know?
You're not affected by everyone chanting encore, though.
Oh.
No, but if it looks like Bart is being impeded from leaving, I am going to step in and try to help them leave.
Yeah, make an athletics check to try and push past all these people who are kind of
It's a good
blocking
thing
the
I'm
way.
fucking strong as shit. Just Dice, don't fail me now. Just Dice says 18 plus athletics is 2, so 20.
20? Yeah, you're able to push through to Bard. A lot of people kind of are pushing you back, though, as you're getting past them. And they continue chanting encore louder and louder. Orethia, you're still on stage, right?
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me.
Okay. 11.
11.
I'm still there, and Bart's just like, I'm leaving now.
You
Like,
can
but-
see that in the crowd, a lot of the eyes of people watching seems to glow under the moonlight. A purplish hue.
That's strange.
Can I do another thing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use Gust of Wind.
Yeah, to try and, like, blow people away.
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and cast Gust of Wind.
I've done it.
You've done it.
They must succeed on a strength save of 50, or they get pushed 15 feet away in the direction of the line.
You know, I didn't think we'd need roll 20 today, but we might not. Let's see. We'll keep it in the mind for the second. So yeah, you're able to push a lot of the civilians, and they kind of go flying, knocked over, into the agora from out of this corner that you're in where you're performing.
Yeah,
But
so
more
I feel
people
like
come to take their place as you're pushing them back.
and each
kind-
person that steps into the line gets,
Gets-
pushed away.
But soon there's just a line of them. They're just piled up. It's like pushing someone into a wall.
I'm
That's-
kind of like in the very back of the crowd, so I'm like.
Oh, you're
probably
at the
not
back
close
of the
to-
crowd?
Yeah, I
kind of
would've
looking on?
Probably been in the back.
Do you want to make a
So I
perception
wouldn't-
check too?
Oh, sure, yeah.
You and Snail could probably, so you could do it with advantage.
I'll do one for me and one for Snail. That's for
Guys,
me.
this isn't a joke anymore. They're encoring still. Like, it started off creepy.
Yeah,
For
But
me,
now it's fine.
for me, it's a 20.
20? So, as you're looking over the crowd, you look up. And you notice a figure, almost translucent, hovering above. That looks a little something like that in the Discord.
Ooh.
Oh
Huh.
God!
Oh.
I'm
Oh.
just going to
Shoot it.
It's
heck,
very faint and hard to see, but
I
it's
was
there
I was
nonetheless.
I was gonna ask for my harpy juice back, but I forgot to.
Harpy
Yeah,
juice?
I'm just my
Oh, the poison.
harpy poison.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, let me
I know
even
what I'll do.
show the
I'm
stream.
going to
May wanted a snack. Harpy
Snack?
juice.
harpy
Harpy
juice. Tasty. It's like bug juice. I'm going to cast ensnaring strike, and then I'm going to shoot with my new powered up bow at this thing in the sky.
All right, make an attack roll.
What's my attack roll now that I have this special bow? +8. It's over for you.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules. It's
14.
so 14?
Mhm.
As you loose the arrow, you see it go soaring. And while it looks like it hit him, but it doesn't seem to affect him at all. A 14 misses.
Second attack.
All right.
I do the Legolas and just like quickly draw and fire too, which I can do now.
Mm-hmm.
D20 plus 8. That's an 18, much better.
An 18. This time, as your arrow passes through it, instead it strikes it true in the leg. And as you do so, the translucency of this demon fades away as its color comes to it. You see the gray and the gold painting over its body with those gold bracers and horns. And the, beneath it, you see the shadows of Nyx, right? The starry sky, like in the picture. And so, as you do that, he turns down and looks at you. And you hear the low, grumbling voice. Why ruin the feast now? It is time to party and indulge more. And he starts to kind of move towards you down on the ground.
As he says that and starts to move towards me, a bunch of vines just start sprouting out of his leg from where the arrow passed through it.
Yep. So does he doesn't have to make a check, right? It just happens on him?
He needs to make, or,
I think it happens.
he
when
must
you're-
make a strength saving throw or be restrained by the vines. A large creature or larger has advantage on the saving throw.
All right. Demon? Let me get the correct word. Demon is sized large.
Oh shit.
So he has advantage on it, you said?
Yeah, he has advantage.
Okay. That is a 21.
Yeah, 21 will do it.
As the vines kind of wrap around him a little bit, but aren't impeding him. With that, why don't we roll some initiatives? We won't use the battle map since it's all happening kind of in an enclosed space here. But
Do you want me to try to use the Rolex?
you can if you want, but you can just roll by yourself.
Okay.
And,
I can do whatever you feel more comfy with, but I like rolling real dice. It's been a while.
Yeah.
That attack was a min roll, 6 damage.
6 damage to him?
Yeah.
Are you ready for initiative?
Let me roll the demons first. They got a... Got it. Alright, Marin.
17.
17. Aretha.
17.
Who wants to
Aretha
go
can go
first between you two? Aretha?
Sure.
Bard.
She said 4.
4.
Don't
May?
know why that didn't go through.
18.
18. Alright. Top of the round, May. You had your surprise round on him, and he's still floating above the crowd. So let me set the scene here. So, on the northernmost side here, we have the stage, which is elevated about 10 feet up. You know, it's a little higher. and that's where Aretha, and then at the edge of one of the side, like the right side of that stage, is where the stairs are, where Bard and Aretha, or not Aretha, Marin are. And then May, you're at the back of this crowd here. It's probably like we'll say it's like a 20-foot by 20-foot square kind of crowd where it's dense.
It's a mosh pit.
Everyone else is kind of just hypnotized, it seems, enchanted. So you're up first. You see him turn towards you as the entangling vines kind of sprout around him, but don't seem to have an effect.
Snail is going to move to kind of right under him, maybe a little bit to the side in case he just like plummets straight down or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to how far away is he from me?
So if you're near the back of the crowd, we'll say that he's probably let's see. If you're at the back of the crowd, he's kind of in the middle and up about 20 feet. So he'd probably be like 40 feet away?
Okay, I'll keep
a little
shooting
shorter,
info then.
40, 35.
I'll take
Battle music?
Battle music? You mean Mario Kart Double Dash Rainbow Road?
Yeah.
Yes. I'll take 2 more shots.
All right.
The first shot's a 25 to hit.
25 hits. Roll
On
damage.
this one, I'm going to mark him as my favored foe.
All right.
I'm just gonna roll the damage for this with dice because there's different dice that I have to use now, like a D4 and a D8. That's 9 total.
All right. 9 damage.
And then second attack. That one's only an 11.
11 will not hit, as he kind of blocks it with one of his bracers, Wonder Woman style.
All right, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to ask Snail to hold his action to attack if the thing comes within Snail's. Wait, no. Snail has a ranged attack now. Snail's gonna spit poison at him.
Ooh, there you go.
Poison?
Poison.
Poison boy.
Is this an attack roll for Snail? I believe it is. Yes, ranged spell attack.
You're casting
Snail is casting his poison.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 15 for the for Snail's ray
The
of
attack
sickness.
roll?
Yeah.
15 does not hit. As the ray goes out, he kind of bats it to the side almost, moving out of its way.
I'm going to pull up Snail's sheet and triple check, but then that's my turn.
Okay. So then after May is going to be Orethia.
Yeah. How high up is he again?
He's about 20 feet above the crowd, so 25 feet off the ground total, I think.
And how deep into the crowd is he from the stage where I am?
So if it's like a 20-foot square, he's like in the middle.
Okay. So I want him to get away from people so I can start doing some stuff to him. So I'm going to whistle for Georgia Peach to come, and then I'm going to drop my instrument and pull out the Path of Glory and point at him and say, "Come!" and use command on him.
All right.
What kind of come?
What check does he make against it?
A wisdom save.
All right.
Or approach, I should.
Okay.
He rolls.
Wait a second.
He rolls a 3 wisdom save.
So he fails until. Let's see. It must follow the command on its next.
Oh wait,
turn.
actually, hold on.
Oh,
He's a demon,
does it
so
have-
he has magic resistance, so I have to.
Oh, okay.
He rolls twice. That is an 8.
Yes, still fails. So, until the end of his next turn, he has to follow that command.
All right. Come! What? No, he's coming on the crowd.
I have no bonus action.
All right, Marin.
Ooh, okay, so I'm pretty sure gust of wind is concentration. Yeah.
Yep. So you're still
Yes.
concentrating on it and blasting people away. So with a path,
What if I stopped doing that?
you can choose to end concentration on it.
Yeah, that'd be good. Turn
The vacuum
undead
turns off.
is not for him. Yeah, no, it's not for him.
This wouldn't look undead.
This would be a good time to use it. I'm going to use Channel Divinity and do max
No.
thunder wave damage
All right.
or shatter damage.
You're gonna go shatter on him. Yeah, I don't know if you can reach him with thunder wave, because that has to like, originate from you. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shatter, you can point up and deal thunder damage at him.
Yeah.
All right. So he makes a dexterity or Constitution save.
Constitution save.
That is an 8.
Nope.
Oh wait, no. That's a 11.
Nope. So, with my Channel Divinity, he takes full damage.
Are you casting
so
at second or third level?
second. So, is that 48? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's 48.
48.
So he takes 32 damage, 32 thunder damage.
All right. Above the crowd, you hear a large crackle and a boom as the explosion occurs. Let's see. He's up to that much damage now.
And that was an action, correct?
Yep,
Yes.
that was your action to
Max.
cast Shatter. At max damage.
Yeah, it is. Now I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon. I think.
Are you gonna cast it up next to him?
Actually, I'm gonna
floating
hold on
Marin?
to that.
Gonna punch?
I'm gonna wait. I think I'll wait.
All right.
I might need. Well, no, I can't use my bonus action later. Yeah, I'll just cast Spiritual Weapon up at him.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, so when I cast him, I can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of it.
Yep. And it'll deal a D8 plus your spellcasting modifier, which I think is +5.
Yeah. Are you ready?
All right. Roll to hit. What's your spiritual weapon again?
It's me.
It's you.
Yeah.
Doppelgarian.
14 isn't gonna hit him, yeah.
Yeah, the 14 as your the visage of yourself up there, crackling with thunder, goes in for the punch. It's easily blocked by his arm as he's turning towards Aretha on the stage.
The spiritual weapon.
Aretha is on the
below
stage. And then
Yeah.
Marin, yeah.
Alright, that is it. That's my bonus action and my action. Maybe I'll move so I'm in front of Bard.
On the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Bard. Oh wait, no, hold on. First is the demon. Named the Master of Feast. The Master of the Feast is going to use his. He only spends his turn doing the command, right?
Yeah, until the end of his turn, he must do everything he can to follow that command.
Okay, so he uses his 60 feet flying speed and comes right next to you, right? Because you said approach?
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And that is their turn. They approach you. They don't have any like auras around them that you need to worry about. So yeah, they have approached. And they end their turn. Up next, Bard. You see the large demon hover towards the stage from the sky.
Awesome, perfect. So, first things first, I'm going to cast Bane.
All right.
He's
He
gonna get
makes a
banged.
wisdom save.
Yes.
That is a 9.
That does not pass.
All right. He is now baned, so he'll roll a d4 and subtract it whenever he does anything. Most things.
Mhm. And then, for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Arethea.
You play it. You give inspiration to Arethea on the stage.
Yeah, I say, hey, great job out there.
You got it. All right.
And then, oh, I'm not done yet. And then I'm going to move away from the demon. I'm going to like get behind I'm gonna move up and get behind the curtains so that way I can like be hidden from his sight.
Okay. Yeah, you can get up there on stage and kind of hide behind while he's enthralled by Arethea right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that everything you'd like to do?
That will be everything.
All right. Up next, top of the round, May. You see the demon, its wings flapping as it floats down towards the stage.
All right. Snail is going to slither his way through the crowd up towards the stage and try to get behind it so that he is helping Arethea flank it.
Does Snail have a climb speed?
Snail does not have a climbing speed.
Okay. Because let's see, it's 20 feet through the crowd from where you are, and then 10 feet up the stage. Actually, it'll probably not be 10 feet, it's just like a little bit. But then they'd climb up and then try and get behind it, right?
Yeah.
It'd probably take a dash to get fully up there.
Okay, then as my bonus action, I'll let Snail do that.
Okay. So Snail dashes through the crowd of people, dodging feet, and manages to slither their way up onto the stage.
Mm-hmm. And then now that this thing is down lower and closer to the crowd, I'm going to try to get on top of the nearest like cart or stand or fence, really anything, to just get myself a bit extra
Yeah,
height.
there's like a table right behind you as well that people were using.
Sure, I'll jump up on the table on top of someone's dinner, and then I will take 2 more shots at the demon.
All right, roll.
All right. 20 plus 8. The first one is a crit.
Oh dang! All right. What's the damage?
And the second one is a 21.
Both hit.
Right. Damage on the first one is 5, 7, 14. Damage on the first hit is 21 points of damage. I rolled pretty good.
What was the total?
21
On just the crit?
on just the crit.
Okay.
It's 2d8 plus 2d4. And then second shot is 10 points.
All right, nice.
And then that's my turn.
Good stuff. Up next, Arethea. The demon looms over you.
Yeah, it's close, and now it's personal. Let's see. As a bonus action, I would like to cast Wrathful Smite.
Ooh.
All right, all right.
So now I'm going to take the attack action.
Kick its ass!
Yep. I'll make one attack with Path of Glory. I roll a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Is it a Nyxborn?
It is Nyxborn.
Excellent. Oh, I'm gonna.
As the stars that line its shadows help you indicate.
Yeah. So first we have the 9 points of piercing damage it does, and then the extra damage is also piercing. So in total, that's 16 points of piercing damage, and then Wrathful Smite also deals 1d6 psychic.
Yeah, just give me the total since I don't think any of that is
Okay.
resisted or immune.
Which means it's 21 in total, and it makes a wisdom saving throw.
All right, so it takes 21.
Caleb, did he roll with advantage for the flank?
Oh, it's flanking?
You could crit.
Well, it wasn't
Since
a crit. It was just
Snail got up there.
it was a higher roll, but it was not a crit.
Okay.
Okay.
So 21, it makes a wisdom saving throw.
8. Jesus.
Okay, so it's frightened of me until the spell ends. Concentration for a minute, and it can use an action to make that check again.
Okay.
I have another attack.
Mm-hmm.
I roll 18 to hit.
That hits.
9 piercing again. Will deal an extra 3d6, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw a first level smite on it. So in
Alright.
total is 21 piercing again, and a first level smite will deal if it's a fiend, it deals an extra d8.
It is.
So 3d8. An extra 18 radiant damage.
Ooh.
Alright, so 21 and 18.
Yep.
So 39.
9.
Alright. As you do this, you see kind of what seems to be like sewage of food spills out from where you're stabbing, right? With the Path of Glory.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of looks up to you and he goes, "What is that thing?"
It's a cool weapon. It's a cool spear, I say. That's the end of my turn.
Alright, Marin.
Well, I'll pivot in between him and the stairs.
Speaking
Okay.
of cool spears, that reminds me of my Biden. I think it's about time to use that piece of coolness that I have available to me. I'm gonna throw the javelin of lightning at the dude.
Alright, and you're angling it so it doesn't hit Snail or Orethia.
Yep.
Alright.
Reggie?
I'm ready. I make a dex save. And you also rolled a hit.
Yeah, dex save. How's a 16?
16 does not hit.
Damn.
The dex save is a 22.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, it has to hit for the lightning to do anything, doesn't it?
Well,
No.
it's gonna pass him by, so he'll take half the lightning. So he doesn't take the javelin damage and the full lightning, but he's gonna take half of the lightning damage.
Okay, that's still 2d6.
The lightning bolt is still going through him.
It's a 4 and another 4, so it's 8 lightning damage.
Well, you roll like all the dice and then you have it.
Okay. 13 divided by 2 is 7. No.
We round down, so it'll be 6.
Yeah.
All right, 6 lightning damage as it fries the right horn on him.
And now it comes back, yeah?
Yep. So because of your new feature, after throwing it, it reappears in your hand.
Ooh.
Zwing! Like a bolt of lightning, it shoots back like. Or you could choose not to catch it if you don't want to, and let it hit the ground in case you need your hands free.
Was there a situation where it wouldn't come back? I can't remember.
Before it was enchanted this way.
No, but it just always does. Then
Yeah, right now it always comes back.
okay. Then did I remember to do damage for him for being inside the zone of my
Shatter?
of my spiritual weapon?
Yes, you made an attack against him last turn. Your spiritual weapon is now... Let's see, how far away is it? It's probably around 20 feet away.
From the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then it's gonna move 20 feet and attack again.
Alright, make an attack roll.
Oh, I crit.
Roll
Nice.
damage, 2d8 plus 5.
You could use a reaction to cancel the crit if you want.
If you have the shield equipped.
13 plus 5 is 18.
13 plus 5, 18.
Mhm.
Alright. That's gonna be...
Muda,
Got
muda,
it.
muda, muda.
Scoop it.
Yeah, he's not looking well after getting berated by you guys. Anything else, Marin?
That's my action and bonus action.
Alright, up next is not the demon's turn, but now the crowd of people start to storm onto
Oh.
the stage. On the left side, they don't make it up all the way as they're clambering over each other, but on the right side, Marin,
Mhm.
you're still on those stairs, and they're gonna start grappling at you.
Okay. And I was gonna ask, you said if I had the shield equipped, is there a reason I wouldn't?
If you didn't have it equipped, I don't know. Have you?
What?
Do you normally have a shield on you?
I guess not. I didn't. I guess I didn't add that last time, did I? No, I have. I should.
You can have your Bident and the shield equipped.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
All right, just make sure to add +2 to your AC with a
It
shield.
did that for me. It's really nice. I really like this.
All right, so make an acrobatics or an athletics check against the crowd as multiple hands start to grab out at you.
Do an athletics check. Okay. So 16 plus 2, 18.
An 18 does not make it.
Oh,
The crowd got a 19.
damn.
You are now grappled, and you are pulled 15 feet into the crowd. They're not attacking you, but they're just dragging you in.
Is she crowd surfing?
No.
I mean,
Crowd
technically.
floor. The bottom side of the crowd. So you are grappled there as they're pulling you in. And that's them. Up next, the demon, grabbing his wound over with his hand over his stomach. You Molesians are never fun. And he then takes off into the air and flies 120 feet. As he leaves your ranges, would any of you like to make reactions?
Yeah.
Snail's gonna crunch him.
Would my spirit dude get a reaction?
No.
No.
Okay. I don't think he was close enough to me to get a reaction, would he?
No.
No, you're 50.
You're
you were
you're
pulled
also
50 feet away.
grappled into the crowd. Yeah, you're not even
Yeah.
up on the stage.
Okay.
I
So
don't get a
I will make
reaction,
an
I
attack.
assume?
You
I
are not within 5 feet of him, right?
Yeah. Right.
so 16 I don't think hits, but
A 16
before
does
I
not
know,
hit.
before I okay, before I know, I'm using my channel divinity to give it a +10.
You also
And
have
I'm gonna
inspiration.
I have an inspiration. Never mind. I'm gonna roll a d6 first.
And Snail got an 18 to hit.
I'm adding a 3 to that, which makes it a 19. I'm not going to use my channel divinity. Does
Yeah, a 19
hit?
hits. And then
Okay.
snail also hits. Roll damage.
I'm going to use a second level on this. So 8 piercing plus 3, 6 piercing. So in total is 15, and then 48. 19 radiant.
Also, it's a D8 for your bardic inspiration because Bard's
Oh, it's
level
the
5
D8.
now.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading up on grapple real quick to see if it stops him. I don't think it does. I'm not sure.
Grapple moves your speed to 0.
Yep.
That's what I thought. I was
Yeah.
just trying to look through it. Snail for his bitey bite.
So wait, hold on. Before that,
6
what was
points
the
here.
damage, Aretha?
15 piercing, 19 radiant.
So 34.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 6 points of snail bite, and he is grappled. Since it's still his turn, he can use his action to try to escape it, though.
What was the damage?
6 from snail, 34 from Rethia, so 40 total.
Oh, 40. Okay. Yeah. As snail grapples it and Orethia stabs it, it goes to flap its wings very hard. But right as it's getting away from you guys, you both go in for an attack. And you how do you want to do this?
Ooh, it's a double. Maybe like snail could, like, while it's latched onto its leg, kind of whip itself up and like hit him in the face with its tail to knock it back towards Arethia, and then she could finish it off.
Yeah.
That sound good to
Are
you?
you talking, Caleb? It looks like you're muted.
Oh, yeah. So I put that last thrust through him, and he goes, no. When he starts inflating, and it goes, psh,
The radiant
confetti.
energy. Yeah.
And then confetti as everyone starts to lose their charmed.
Yeah, as he dies, everyone within 15 feet, I think, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
So is that me too?
Yeah, I
You
don't know if
wouldn't be
that's-
there. Bard, you're
You got
behind
crowd
curtain.
drag.
So I think it's just Snail, Arethia, and then the closest people in the crowd.
Okay.
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma
Are you going to
save.
roll for each person?
Is it magic?
Everyone has to roll. I don't have to do an individual thing.
Snail is so
Is
much
it-
more charismatic than I am.
Is it considered a spell or magical effect?
It's not a spell.
Is it a magical effect?
Our features is a dragon breath a magical effect?
I don't know.
Because it would be more along the lines of whatever a dragon breath is, right? So it depends on. Let's see. Is a dragon breath a magical?
No, it is
effect?
not.
5e. Okay.
Has Papa Crawford weighed in on it?
The dragon's
Yep.
breath weapon is not listed as a magical effect. Therefore, anti-magic zone would not affect nor nullify it.
Snail got an 18.
I have
18
a
charisma?
16.
16.
Yep.
All right. As the corpse, not the corpse, the demon, swells with the radiant energy and bursts into these, necrotic and radiant energies from it, the two clashing inside it. You feel a wave of that necrotic energy hit you. However, it does not affect you at all. It passes over you. However, some people down in the crowd you see still have this lingering aura over them now, like a shadow of these stars over them. But as you slay the demon slayers, you see the eyes of the people in the crowd as they all kind of just fall to the ground unconscious for a second, and many of them start getting up and looking around. They're like, "Oh, what happened?" Right? And you see those people in the front of the crowd who got hit by this blast are still like clawing their way, trying to get onto the stage. We'll exit initiative. What would you guys like to do as you see these people still trying to, like, you know, go crazy, get up on stage?
Am I no longer grappled?
Yes. All the people grappling you fell to the ground.
Okay.
Does anyone have like dispel magic?
I'll be like, Bard, that was a great performance, and then
Go crazy. Ah!
I'll be like, Snake, can you help? I'm talking to Snail. Snail, can you help restrain those people that are still
Actually,
like clawing?
Can I use wall of water? And
You
just-
can.
Is there a way that
That's a lot of water.
I'll wake them up?
Very wet.
Does wall of water deal damage?
It doesn't look like it. I make a wall up to 30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 1 foot thick. And I can make a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick. So I'm gonna wing them. I'm gonna put them in a big circle.
Okay.
The wall's space is difficult terrain.
Yep. So you put that in between them and the stage there.
Mhm.
You see jets of water come forth from the ground for up to 10
It's like
minutes.
old geysers. Yeah.
Many of the people get knocked backwards, and they keep trying to like go into the water and keep getting pushed back as they're not able to make their way through.
What do you mean through?
They're trying to go through the wall of water and climb up on the stage, but the wall of water and
you
the
separated
stage.
us from the people, not the people from the rest of the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're still like maniacally trying to climb up onto the stage.
I was like, that should buy us a few minutes at least.
I don't care about us. I'm worried about them and the rest of the crowd that just fell unconscious.
Well, it looks like they're all trying to get at us, and I thought this was the best way to restrain them without hurting them.
Okay. Well, we still need to get everyone out of here.
Everyone, go away.
Do they listen?
Yeah, in this time, about a minute passes, and after a minute of getting hit by that nightmarish fuel jettisoned from the demon, the people at the front calm down, and that glint in their eye is now gone, as they're
I'm
looking
gonna-
around confused.
I'm gonna disperse the water wall, but like in like a gentle fashion. I kind of want it to like gently explode into a mist. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I turn to Arithia and I'm like, we need to tell them what happened. And I think it would be best if you told them as the champion.
Yeah,
gonna
many
go-
guards were in the crowd watching and ended up getting bewitched by whatever it was. But you see from the main streets to the west, north, and south, you see some guards starting to pile in.
Revelers of Melitus! Things got a little crazy. It looks like everyone's okay here. Everyone's alright. I'm walking through the people, like, using heal on hands, healing 1 point.
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
Make
Yeah,
sure
that's
people
what
are
I'm doing
okay.
too.
There's like, it got a little rowdy. Just attesting to Bard's musical prowess. Maybe we should call it here for the night.
The guards hear you up there, and they're kind of looking at people helping them up off the ground as well with you guys. When one of the guards comes up to you and he's like, "Oh, what happened?"
Demon?
It was like some spell was cast over the folks here, just entranced in a party.
The guard looks over to Marin and says, "A demon enchanted them?"
Yeah. Looks like it, at least.
Oh,
Where?
I'm
Are
sure
you-
we all saw him.
Are you rolling deception, Arethia?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Make a deception check then.
12.
Yeah, that succeeds. They go, "Oh, like a wave of energy?" Everyone,
Yeah.
oh, thank God.
I'm gonna like shoot Arethia a look, but in the end trust her judgment.
Well, it looks like everyone's okay, right? As they're looking
Yeah,
throughout
it
the
does.
crowd.
Yeah, everyone looks okay.
All right,
I
well,
think we should probably just make sure people get home all right now.
whatever song you were playing there at the end, try and not, I guess, do that again? I don't know.
That's not her fault, or sorry, it's not their fault that they got out of control. That's victim blaming, I think.
Lots of reasons as how this happened.
All right, well let's not enable any of these people watching with the stinky song. No, that's not what happens. They go, "Oh yes, apologies," and they
Okay.
begin to help people up and walk people.
We'll part from there, and I'll bring Marin away from everyone else. It's like, you don't need to talk about that right now. We're in the middle of celebrating our victory in the battle. Sure, we need to tell someone, but you don't need to have them worried about it.
Are demon things normally just a one dude at a time thing? Would Marin know?
You can make a history check on it.
I've been waiting a bit to ask. One is, did the demon on the stage just like completely explode and disappear? Like there's nothing left of it?
Yeah,
All right.
but you can search by where it was to see if anything was flung from it.
Number two, I'm going to, once everything calms down a little bit, I'm going to be scanning the sky and the rest of the crowd and looking for anything else that seems off.
Yeah, make a
It's
perception
weird
check.
this thing would just show up. I also don't know what this thing is, so I don't know what to expect. So I'm just still on very high alert. Oh, I should roll in the dice roller.
I got 2 total.
Oh.
2 total on the history check? Yeah.
Mhm.
You've never encountered a demon before. You've heard of them, and many tales are told of different kinds of demons, but none, like this.
Riley, your dice roller's busted.
The Roly Roly Rolex?
Yeah.
I didn't make this. Someone else made this channel. And
29.
invited Freya. 29 again for
29
perception.
again.
As you're looking, you're like looking up and around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you're looking up towards the sky, kind of touched by the moonlight up in the clouds, you see 2 figures hovering very far away in the clouds. You can't make out what they are because, the moon's coming down, so it's just their, the dark side of them. But you do see 2 large wings and humanoid bodies hanging from them. As the clouds come, as you look up at them, they become covered. But when the cloud, passes over once again, they're no longer there.
While I see them there, Arethia and Marin have gone off to the side, so I'll try to like grab Bard and point them out to them. But I don't know if I'll have time to do that before they disappear, so I might just look crazy.
Yeah.
Does
So you
she
go-
look crazy?
So you go over to Bard. Bard, while blind canonically, and sees through the world through Nyx, Bard, you do look up, and you sense a presence glimmering up towards the moon, different than that of everything else. And you can also, you can make out the shapes of you see the wings flapping. and you see their essence moving up there.
One
Do
or
they
two?
look like the?
Two.
Do they look like the demon at all? Can I tell?
It's very hard to tell.
Okay. Can I sense whether or not the presence is like good or bad?
You wouldn't be able to just sense that without some kind of spell or aid.
Sure, sure. I turn to May and I go, I see what you mean.
What are those things?
They are also Nyx spawns, I think. And I look around in the sky. Do I see any other by chance?
Make a perception check.
14.
14, as you look around up in the sky and kind of over the little area of sky you can see, you don't see anything else.
Okay.
And then you also see, you know, the clouds cover them and then they're gone after they go away.
Once the clouds cover, I say they're gone now.
Yeah.
Uh, back to Aretha, I'll be like, I understand, but we need to tell someone soon. It would be irresponsible for us to hold on to this secret.
Right. We're not trying to keep it a secret. We're just containing the panic.
Sometimes panic is warranted, but I can understand and respect your opinion on this.
Okay.
Would we go to the big wolf?
Yeah. First, I'm gonna take a quick flash of my eyes around Divine Sense and see if there's anything else uncanny within
60 feet.
60 feet.
The
Yeah,
large dove.
Within 60 feet of you, nothing.
Nothing.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds gaucho. I'm gonna call Georgia Peach. Well, I already called Georgia Peach, so she should be nearby.
Georgia Peach is
I'm
up on
going
the
to-
stage.
Yeah, ran up through the stagehand's catwalk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Georgia!
I'm gonna go to the Temple of Afara, where at least one of the 12 will be.
Do you want me to
Mhm.
stay here? Or can I come with?
Make sure, let the other two know where I'm going. Here, and I pull out a small, like bronze compact thing, and like twist it, and unfurls into, social broadcast, the automaton owl.
Mm.
You can use this to get in touch with me if you need to before I come back.
Alright, sounds good. Be safe.
All right, Georgia, and then we run off.
All right. Everyone else who is still around the stage in the Agora, anything you'd like to do?
I could tell them.
I want to start. I want to start like helping people leave the area. Just kind of help out the guards any way I can.
Yeah, for sure. Some of the guards who were
Yeah.
knocked unconscious and in the trance are kind of like, "That was an amazing show. My gosh, I don't know what happened to me."
I kind of laugh and I go, "Thanks."
That's why they
Uh,
call her Bard.
They.
Marin said she wanted to do something. It sounded like.
Yeah, I was just telling you guys what Arethia was up to and what she decided about telling people about what happened.
Makes sense.
Are
Yeah.
you guys gonna go after her?
She said that she'd come back, and I can help people more, so I might just do that. And I start, providing like first aid kind of stuff
Yeah.
for anyone trampled. That's
Yeah,
that's the main concern is the trampling.
like Black Friday trampling. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like Udo in that one episode of Attack on Titan.
Udo?
I've actually never seen that.
Yeah,
I don't
in
know
the
who
final
Udo
season.
is.
He's in season 4.
Hmm.
Have you read all of Attack?
I've read around. I haven't read every piece of it, and I also don't remember like anyone's names.
Okay.
I've only seen up to like I think through season 2, and then I'd never watched the newer stuff.
Okay.
All
Pretty
right.
cool.
So I think that'll be the end of our session here.
Yeet.
Okay.
Pog.
Is there anything we're doing in between the next the next session?
Buying stuff. Almond stuff.
Buying, yeah.
You could have also bought stuff during the day before
Right.
this happened. So there's time there if you wanted to do any of that, or like maybe you ordered it to be made for you. If like armor needs to be sized.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys can just shoot me, or you can just kind of set it in general, what kind of stuff.
Okay.
Alright.
But
Good session, everyone.
Yeah.
that's the
Fun
session.
time.
Everybody got choices.
Got choices.
Yeah, what's going on with these demons, guys? This is crazy.
Crazy, right?
I was joking, and then I realized you won't.
Yeah.
Like, a demon in the sky. Oh wait, why are we rolling initiative? Wait.
Uh-oh.
It started off as a joke, and then I realized I
I
did have a thing
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
created.
That
I was like, oh, this will
Works
work
perfectly
here.
for it.
This works
Yeah.
well right here.
I'm
Great.
glad I saw the demon, because my plan was to just start like punching people and see if that woke them up.
Wake up!
But then you're like, oh, roll a perception check. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if for the people who were in the crowd, it would be hard to like just look straight up, right? But for anyone outside the crowd, you could easily take a perception check.
This dice roller is busted.
Do you
Jake,
think
you're
it's
not,
weighted?
Jake, you're not typing in D20, you're typing in 20.
Roll 20.
Yeah, exclamation mark.
that-
R space 20 plus 9.
Yeah.
It does do that, doesn't
That's
it?
something you can do.
Yeah, wait a second.
Yeah.
Roll
Wait, that-
20.
wait, did that actually... Hold on.
I don't.
Is
think
that the 29 you got? Because it says 1d20.
No, I was trying. I just did one where I just
Yeah.
did R20 and then R.
But if you look at the thing there, I guess at 9:59 when
Yeah.
you rolled 20 plus 9, not 1d20 plus 9. Oh, you also have some in here that are
And
20
over-
plus 8
Yeah. At
instead of 1d20.
9:35.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
no, you're
Rip.
good.
It's not busted. My keyboard is busted. I'm sorry.
I just yeah, some of these you got
Oh,
the
no.
D, and some of them don't have the D.
His
Jake is
Alright.
not always good at getting the D.
what is it? There's like 3 on your keyboard that are terrible, and I think it's D,
It's-
S, and A. Yeah. It's like
D,
Waz.
F,
From-
and
from
A. Yeah.
His WASD.
Yeah.
I
His,
think
his
from-
RuneScape keys.
No,
Yeah.
those aren't RuneScape keys. RuneScape
Oh.
is pretty much all mouse. I think that's like from just Stardew Valley, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. I've just
Hmm.
worn out the WASDA on my keypad. I'm
Your
sorry
mind comp.
about that.
No, it's good. Everything works out fine.
Yeah. It didn't make
you've
the
seen
game worse.
you've seen multiple things flying.
What would those checks have be? We'll just pretend this is them.
You know, D&D's a lot more fun when you get
Hey.
Still
to
would
it.
have been pretty good.
Crit successes, crit failures. Either way, they're still fun.
When you can't fail.
Wait, Jacob's here.
Okay, it would have been a 26 and a 25, so I don't feel too bad about it. I know that's also
Yeah,
not
those-
how random numbers work, but
Those would have been high enough. Because 25, I think, is probably my DC for the
Very hard.
For dummy.
for the first thing you saw flying away. It'd be very hard. But for the demons, they're a bit closer since they're like right above you.
Perception is the one like skill I absolutely don't have in real life, so it's nice to have characters with them.
See, and now you understand why I'm a ranger, because I'm lost all the time.
Hey, wisdom, cleric, druid, monk, ranger.
But ranger specifically is the one that doesn't really get lost.
You can't
She
get
likes the
lost
features
without
of the
magical
magical
ones.
means.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me, you guys.
I would never get lost in a magical maze. What kind of all the mazes are mundane. Come on. Who would want a
Yeah.
magic maze?
Well, you
Like
think there's some
magic
kind of
mazes.
spell for that? Get out of here.
My mind is a maze. Well, good job, everyone. How did everyone feel about this session?
I liked it.
It was good.
I liked it.
Yeah, I was
I
just
got
a
a
little...
debut ska.
You're
I was gonna
also
riot if
growing
you
a
didn't.
large following,
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
and you didn't even
It
have to do it
reminds
over.
me.
You kind of fast tracked it because normally you can like spread rumors throughout the city is like one of the
Yeah.
things, or instead of rumors it'd be like, oh, spread word, right, about a certain thing, but you fast tracked it.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you just gotta fast track it.
It reminds me of another bard and co. that started like a 140 club was their name.
You mean
They
an
had multiple
illusionist and a
continents.
red
Yeah.
mage?
Yeah.
And I would never, I
many
just couldn't
continents.
for the life of me remember the number, so I was like, oh god.
Club 140?
The
Yeah,
420 Club.
That was the room we
No.
went to, and they were like,
The
oh, sup
813
guys,
Club.
meet us
It's
Yeah.
here.
But you remember how
Meet
I
us in
just
room
couldn't-
140.
Why?
And
we just
taught
walked
people
there
how to use prestidigitation and minor illusion and stuff.
at the mage school.
Yeah. You don't even go here. It's like, well, we have a class.
Yeah, but I'm like a TA, kind of. I'm an
Yeah.
assistant professor.
It's like back when we were playing D&D at ISU, and I would rent out the study rooms in Curtis, like the engineering study rooms, and we would just play Dungeons and Dragons on like
Hey,
the battle.
that's
map
what
with
they're
them.
meant for.
It is what they're
I'm so
meant for.
excited to play with you guys in person again.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna play in person again?
You think this campaign's going on offline?
Well, I mean, I would like to see you guys in person again, campaign or not, so... How about
Only if Riley gets the Pizza Hut maid costume.
Only.
True.
I'm surprised there's so many listings for it on eBay. I'm kind of concerned.
I don't know if they're even real products though.
That's the thing. Is like, is it real? Or is
It's
it like
the same
fake?
picture for all of them.
I mean, it has sizes, but it's
Yeah?
also in women's size. I need to find out what my women's size is.
that? Good
Riley has a-
luck.
Yeah.
Riley's bust is a 32H.
Bold of you to assume that
actually,
bust sizes are the same across
I'm trying
the board.
I'm trying to remember because we got measured for marching band.
Yeah,
Right.
you're probably a 36.
All right, stop guessing.
chest?
Okay, you don't know.
All right,
Pizza
now
I don't
compare that
know.
to dress size.
Oh boy.
Dress sizes?
Yep. What
It's
is your
true.
dress size?
What's B?
That's not a dress size.
B6, G6,
Riley's probably like a
D12?
10 or 12.
11.
I could see like a 12.
My
Well,
pant
but
size
only
is a
from
0.
some stores. If,
Actually, I
if Riley
can't
went to-
remember. I've not seen Riley like, squared on for a while.
he
It's
might-
true.
I know that in
Yeah.
high school he was not as filled out.
might be actually
because
16
that's what-
with the shoulders.
Teenage boys look like. But if he's anything like me,
Wow.
which he has followed my physical progression very closely,
I know myself.
I know myself.
Well,
Maybe a
and,
14.
Bold of you to assume that all dress sizes are the same at each
No,
store.
of course not.
Because that
They're
makes
off
it
by like
easy.
5.
Every single place is the same. Why would they be any different?
My jean size, specifically at Kohl's in that one brand, is 0. I'm so slim.
Jake, what are your 3 numbers from the top?
I have no idea. I put
Brain?
on medium.
What,
I put on-
200
No, not medium. I put on large because even though
nipples?
I am what one would define as like a
3
medium-sized
rect?
man, like men like to feel like they're large, and so all the
Uh-huh.
sides are like large. Or
That
regular.
Dick?
when they first started making mass-produced condoms, everyone wasn't wearing the right sized one because they all wanted to get the large or extra large one instead of like getting small or
Honey.
medium like they're supposed to.
Baby.
So
Sweet.
the condoms weren't working because they were too big, and they had to like change the size of how they branded the condom.
My splooge is overflowing.
Yeah, wow, it's like it's not adhering to my skin at all.
It's
It's
my
so
monster
loose.
condom for my magnum dong.
So now, like, large or extra large. Wait, no. Large or extra large are like actually sized like small, medium. I don't think small or extra small condoms even exist in America
Petite.
because those would be like
I think they exist.
tiny. They may exist.
Little boys.
I'm not saying I would know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But you know, they probably exist.
It's like how Febreze didn't used to have a scent, and nobody was buying it because they thought it didn't work because they'd spray it and then couldn't smell
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I don't think so. Liz, what do you think my chest size is?
Let me look
Double
at
A.
you. Alright.
Do it like an A cup.
Yeah, AOB.
Oh, I not like cup size, my chest size.
Yeah, what do you think the diameter is? Come on.
Oh,
That's
let me see again.
Wait,
it's hard
can you hold up a
without, like,
ruler?
any frame of reference.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
if you had
yeah.
a ruler. What's the
s-
length of a magic card?
A standard, yeah, a
What
standard
size
size
shirt
magic
do you
card.
wear?
I think
Um,
76.
This
That's
is
not-
an extra large, I think.
Okay.
Maybe a large.
I'm gonna guess, cause my, I'm gonna say 36.
I'm
36.
gonna say
Last time-
34.
I think the last time I got fitted, 38 is like
Really?
the standard fit. Yeah, 36 would be like a tight one, and then my neck is 15 and a half. Or was it 14 and a half?
Man, I got surprisingly close for eyeballing it.
Caleb, I really like your hair.
Right? It looks so good.
Blonde.
And
Blonde
regardless
without
if
blonde.
if Riley ever does get the
Are you
mid
holding
tracks-
your breath? Stop that.
I'm practicing.
I'm killing my brain cells.
Hey guys, I'm going to have to go and hang out with Momo for a bit so I can get some sleep tonight.
Bobo.
Okay, real
Thank
quick, I
you,
want to
boy.
ask you a question. Do
Yeah.
I look like a blonde Sasuke Uchiha with my hair up like this?
100%.
You
Okay.
do. It really do look like anime hair. Just
Well,
like
blonde.
the shine off of it and the way
Oh,
it sticks
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I see
It's
it.
real cute.
Wait, do you guys want to see
Hang
Momo?
on, no wait, you look like Present Mike from My Hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look like
With the
who?
hair- Present
Present
Mike.
Mike?
Oh
From
yeah,
My Hero?
this guy. Where it's like all coming straight back.
Yeah, straight back into line and up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Liz, did you know that you didn't shut off Discord?
I know. I was going to show them Momo.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're gonna
She's
bring
gonna
Momo?
dance for us.
She's
Momo.
bringing out the
Momo.
sun, the stinky man.
Put
Oh
the-
hell yeah!
Put the headphones on, Momo. I need to have a talk. I ain't called to talk to you. Put
I
your
ain't
feet on
called
the
to talk to
phone.
you.
Wait,
Put your
wait,
kitty
wait.
on
Wait,
the
I got you. I got you. 1 second. 1 second. Stay here. Stay here.
Momo! Momo! Hi! Hi, Momo.
And then I'll put my spud.
A child.
Momo and Spud.
Doosh.
If you
Gamer
look
Momo.
closely, you can see that her eyes are looking in two different directions because when she's sleepy, her eyes go away.
Alright, y'all saw Momo. Alright, I gotta go. I gotta play with him, otherwise he'll keep me awake all night.
All right. Bye,
Thanks for the session,
Liz.
everyone.
Bye.
You guys should raid. Oh, you guys should raid Soul Steel.
Okay.
That's a new
Hey.
Do
one.
it.
You're talking to your Twitch?
No, I'm talking to you guys.
Oh, okay.
See you
You're
guys.
talking to me about stuff? Why?
Talking
I'd
to
rather see
me?
your titties.
You talking to me?
Now you're talking to me about other stuff? Why? I'd
Wait,
much
1
rather
second.
see your titties. I can't have sex with your personality,
Wait.
and I can't put my penis in your college degree, and I can't show my fist in your childhood dreams, so why are you sharing all this information with me?
Do you guys notice my bulge?
What?
It's from my massive dong.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah.
Show dong.
Can you put your cat in there?
I haven't tried. Momo, come here.
There better not be an
Momo, come
actual
here.
dong in there.
There better
Oh,
not.
it's
There
cheese.
better not be.
Oh.
Momo, come here.
Toys?
Caleb,
Momo.
that reminded me
Ah!
of that sound. It was like, how many times do I have to
He
ask?
won't let me catch him.
What size
Bye,
are your
guys.
titties, bitch?
What
Hurry
is
up!
it?
I'm getting weird stares.
What is that from?
I don't know.
Is
but
it-
I
is it
heard
the
on
ghost-
is it the
TikTok.
ghost
It's
hunters?
So funny. I have no idea. It's so good though. I'll have to find it. It's so fucking.
It's a,
funny.
it's an anime, right?
Ghost
I
is
don't
it-
know. I
Is it
just heard
the
it
is
on
it the dub
TikTok.
of the
Is
ghost
it from
stories?
Not because you're a bunny, but
Because
because you're black.
I don't. I feel
That
I'm
dub
gonna look
is
it up.
so out there.
It's gotta be like it's gotta be in a bridge. That can't
No,
be
that's the
a-
official dub.
That is the
The official
official
dub?
Yeah.
It
They
is,
just,
that's
like-
why-
No.
Cause they didn't care. They told the voice actors just to do
Oh,
whatever
it's
they
that
wanted.
show.
They bought the rights to make a dub of it, but they didn't buy the actual script.
So they just had to make it up.
So they made their own abridged
Yes.
of a show and nobody could
They
tell
got
them
someone
they
to
were
tell
wrong.
them the gist of the story, and they're like, well, we're not gonna translate this word for word. We're not gonna make you do that. Just tell us what the story's about. And then
What's the overall plot, you know, and we'll add
this guy's Jewish, this girl's a conservative Catholic, this guy's a virgin, this one's racist.
Racist.
My favorite party member.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Here.
You're playing it?
Yeah, I'll
Oh.
play it. Ready? Are you ready?
Wait, what's Groovy playing?
Nothing anymore.
All right,
Oh,
here it
it's
comes.
still going.
Oh wait,
All right,
Play
here
it,
it goes.
D.
why is it cutting out so much?
Yeah, that cut out a lot.
It's probably just Discord.
Here,
Oh.
okay.
How many
How about
times?
Why don't you
this?
just-
Don't cuss on stream.
Bring on those titties, bitch! Hurry up! I'm getting weird stare! How many more times do I have to fucking ask?
Is it just like a TikTok?
Yeah, it's on TikTok. I
Okay.
have no idea what it's from.
That's a good TikTok sound.
Hurry up! I'm getting weird stares.
Oh, yeah, it definitely sounds like an anime dub.
No,
How many more times?
no, it's just a dude.
Okay,
It's
but
just
what
a
if it's a custom? No, but
See?
it's the TikTok
just a
sound,
dude.
Darian. Is it a custom sound?
To fucking ask! Hurry up! I'm getting
I know he's not lip syncing. Okay, nothing's real.
I gotta just start rolling regular dice. I keep using all the rolling things to try to have a record of them, and boy no, I should just roll dice.
I mean, you guys could lie to me all day long. I'd be fine.
You know I'm a shit liar.
I rolled a 25 again. Okay.
Good.
Spoot.
I like having a record of them just in case I get some crazy good or crazy bad rolls or something, because then it's fun and I have proof.
Then you just take a picture. You go, what the frick? Oh my god.
Like when Spuds rolled my dice.
That's true.
Yeah.
Jake just needs, instead of a face cam, just a dice cam.
Dice cam. I
A
could
Spud
do that.
cam.
I could just make a nice box where all my dice live and just roll them around in there.
And I'll have a Spud cam.
If I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a camera for the dice, I'm just gonna then point it at my face. The reason I don't do face cam is because they put the camera like a centimeter above the fold of the laptop, and
Yeah,
so
that's
like you
where
can
my
see my hands
laptop's
the
is.
entire time I type.
Yeah. Oh, Darian, your ears. Meow.
Oh,
Meow.
The ears.
Yeah, cat ear
Meow.
headphones. Oh.
Well, good stuff. Good session.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Time to end the stream. They got to hear our hijinks. Bye bye.
Oh, you're still
Bye.
streaming?
Yeah. I didn't
It was
know
just still
you were
going.
still streaming.
I never had a chance to be like, bye stream. All right.